Well, some cities life is nothing more than pain. It's day out this and line up here. It's all just too insane. And I feel the blues are coming down like rain. My feelings are so complex. drinks on by. I know that you know it, and I'll tell you why. The last time I smelled that perfume, it was all over you. Oh, my baby's doing something wrong. My bad, bad feeling was my baby doing something wrong. It hurts me to know that I was right all along. And I had your back. You turned on me and it's so bad. My bad, bad.
Oh, no, we got to tell them who they are during Hot Laps, Larry. That's what I do. I talk to them all night long. Hey, these people want to hear you tonight, Larry. So,
All right, I'm ready to talk now. I didn't figure anybody would hear me when the hot laps are running. I've had people come up and say,
they love you, Larry.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. They bought me a new light for in here. Gone all season without a light. I missed a debrace, and all of a sudden we got lights in here. So now I'm not in the dark anymore.
That's first for you, not being in the dark, so feel privileged.
I might still well be in the dark, depending on what you're talking about. But once again, we want to welcome everybody out for a great Saturday night of racing out at South Texas Race Ranch. You picked a very special night to come on out. Yes, you saw sprint cars out on the track, and we will have sprint car racing going on here very shortly. So make yourself at home, enjoy the racing. We got a full night of racing ahead, and we appreciate you coming out and spending your Saturday night with us. And I think you'll leave and say you were definitely entertained when this night is over. So once again, I want to remind you that there's a couple of ways you can order food and beverage from your seats. First off, you can go into your program and find the QR code back on the next to the last page with the menu. Scan that, and you can order from your seat on your cell phone, or you can log on and go to the South Texas Race Ranch Facebook page, and you can order from there as well.
All right, looks like we got our first heat lined up, Larry, so it's time for opening ceremonies. Hopefully Big Mike down there in the bar is ready to go with a little bit of sound for our national anthem. And, Larry, if you'll kick us off, I want to say a few words. First off, thank you very much for coming out tonight to the South Texas Race Ranch Top Hat Night at the races with the sprint cars presented by Dos Equis. So thank you very much. As once Larry's done with the prayer, we'll have just a quick moment of silence in honor of a fallen legend this week. This has been a tough week for the Carlucci family, and as we lost Greg Sr. this week, so I want everybody to keep the whole Carlucci family and friends in your prayers. The whole racing community lost a legend in South Texas. I tell you what, raced a lot of years around here, and good guy, good person, just hate to see it. So we're going to start it off with a prayer. If I could ask everybody to stand and remove your hats. We'll follow that with our national anthem.
If you would and choose to, would you pray with me? Dear Lord, we thank you for this wonderful, wonderful Saturday and beautiful sunshine. Yes, it's a little warm, but we're South Texans. We can endure it. And we thank you for this opportunity to come together as fans of this great sport of racing and enjoy a great night of family fun and entertainment out at the racetrack. Please be with the Carlucci family, especially at this time. This is a difficult time. I know it's been a while coming, and it was totally unexpected, but nonetheless, it still hurts the family and all the friends hard. So be with them, give them a special blessing at this time, and help them to get through and get past this bad situation in their lives. And we owe a lot to Greg Sr. for all he's done for racing here in South Texas. So would you bless him as you welcome him to heaven? All right, once again, we want to bless our country, all our service people, ex and current, those that are serving overseas. We cannot survive as a great nation without them. Please be with the leaders of this country, help them see the right path to lead this country into a forward position and into a position of greatness and into a position of righteousness. We thank you greatly for this day again. Be with everyone that's here tonight. Keep them safe, all our fans, all our track workers, all our racers. Keep them safe here at the racetrack and guide them home safely as well. We ask these things in your name. Amen. All right, everyone, you know what time it is? I'd say it's probably about 7 o'clock, but more importantly, it's time to go racing. Let's get this party started. I don't have any lineups. All right, this looks like the E-Mod class coming out for their heat race. I don't have lineups yet. They should be on their way. But this is the E-Mods.
Looks like Brianna Witchy from the pole. Benjamin Fanning on the outside in that 96. The inside, Gilbert Pettis in the 3. Outside him in the 00 is going to be Jaden Edmond. Charles Flanagan in the 57 on the inside. Row number 3 outside him, Bradley Wattups. And David Sheffield in that 4 bringing up the rear. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Brianna Witchy leading them around. We're going to be 3 wide at the start-finish line, and we're off and running. All right, it's Gilbert Pettis the 3rd into 3 on the inside. Jaden Edmond bangs into him until he get moving, buddy. All right, down the backstretch, it's Gilbert Pettis the 3rd with Jaden Edmond in the 00E, and Benjamin Fanning in the 96, all the way back to 3rd now. All right, Jaden Edmond looking on the inside of Gilbert Pettis the 3rd. But Gilbert Pettis the 3rd pulls his way down the backstretch. Jaden Edmond's right there. Let's see what he's going to try and pull underneath him here. Nope, not going to have room to. Maybe he does. We'll see. Still Gilbert Pettis the 3rd. Hey, no, hanging on. Jaden Edmond right behind him. And it looks like we're going to have a pretty good race between these two right here. They've been battling all season. And it's Gilbert Pettis the 3rd and Jaden Edmond. Gilbert Pettis the 3rd right now is under attack by 00E from Jaden Edmond. Jaden Edmond going to make that inside move pay off. Can he hold it to 1 and 2? Gilbert Perez fighting back on the outside. All right, coming into 3 and 4. Edmond trying to hold that low line, trying to keep Gilbert Pettis the third from getting underneath him. We're halfway through this time. I got 4 more laps to go to settle this. And it looks like it's going to be a 2-car race, but it looks like it's going to be a good one. As once again, Gilbert Pettis the third, fighting back as we go down back stretch. All right, still Jaden Edmond holding on by about a quarter panel. Pettis the third, build in that high line. Jaden Edmond the third, held it on the inside. All right, 2 to go. David Sheffield got a little high and close to the wall coming out of 2, but he's still rolling. Still our same 2 up front. Jaden Edmond third, starting to pull away a little bit as we go down the back stretch. All right, white flag is out. Jaden Edmond takes the white flag. We got 1 more to go to settle this race. This is your EMOD Class C race. All right, your winner, Jaden Edmond. Second place, Gilbert Pettis the third. Third place goes to number 96. All right, Jaden Edmond in the 00E, and he hasn't made all the races this year, but when he's made them, he's been running up front. All right, Heat 2, EMOD class. All right, let's hit the starting lineup. Starting on the pole, 51, Charlie York. Next to him will be the 46 car of Jonathan Cervantes. Rolling off the second row, L87, Nathan Titzman. Starting in the 4th spot will be Kyler Ross in the 17. Rolling off in 5th will be R10, Rio Blackner. And starting in the 6th spot will be 21T, that is Tyler Gilpin. All right, the caution light is out. We're going to see green as they roll past the start-finish line this time. There's the green. Let's go. Charlie York leading them down into turn number 1. All right, it's York in the 51. Titzman right behind him in the L87. Kyler Ross getting kind of bumped out of the way in the 17 car. All right.
What were they doing there, Larry? It looked like everybody just following the leader behind York here. Are we going to race, boys and girls, or are we gonna, what are we going to do here? Here comes Nathan Titzman. He's going to race.
All right, Nathan Titzman, one of your points leaders this season, and he has moved his way to the front. Charlie York now dropping back to second, and Rio Blackman in the R10. He is now running third. Now he's running second as he moves into second place coming out of turn number 3. And that puts Nathan Titzman in first. Blackner into R10. He is now your second place car. All right, it's still Titzman up front. Titzman is your points leader in the class. All right, second place, Blackner. Third place, Charlie York. That's the way they run as we hit the halfway point. All right, once again, here's your Titzman. Rio Blackner running second, running third. Still is Charlie York, Kyler Ross in fourth, maybe closing in on that third spot. Third could get competitive here as Kyler Ross sets her sights on maybe breaking and reeling in Charlie York. Up front, it's still Nathan Titzman in the L87. All right, Kyler Ross is now making room for third spot. She's in that 17. She has it. Kyler Ross moving into third. And up front is still Titzman. It's Blackner. And now it's Kyler Ross in the 17 running third. All right, flagman says 2 to go this time by. So 2 more laps and we're going to wrap this one up. As Nathan Titzman has a very good lead. Blackner has solid claim on second spot. And Kyler Ross is in third, but she's getting challenged back by Charlie York, who she just passed a lap or 2 ago. All right, white flag running as we go this time by. One more lap to go. Nathan Tipsman in the L87. Lackner in the R10 is right there. Kyler Ross in the 17 runs third. This is your last lap, second heat race for the E-Mods. L87, Nathan Titzman takes the win. He is your points leader, and it should get him in a front row starting spot in our feature. Blackner in the R10 goes second, and Kyler Ross in the 17 brings it home in third.
Yeah, Kyler Ross second last week. Had a little technical infraction down on the tech pad, but tell you what, she's been driving the wheels off that hot rod, and Dad got a little work done on it this week, so it's good and legal, no issues, and man, that happens to the best of us, I promise. Nobody ever, you ain't trying hard enough, you ain't been caught doing something, you know, so it's all good, and good job by Nathan Titzman there in the L87 hot rod. Next up, restrictors, guys, restrictors. These are youngsters. These are 10 years old and under driving these wing sprints, mini sprints that are coming out next.
All right, this is restricted wing micros, and this is the way they line up, starting on the pole, being in a 19 car. That is Bo Chapman. Starting next to him will be Jude Allgaier in the 4. Second row, 39M, that is Tatum Moeller. And rolling off in fourth spot will be Cash Lacombe in the 97. So Chapman 19, Allgaier 4, Moeller 39, and Lacombe in the 97. All right, I think we're looking for a green. I think we got a green. Let's go. Here we go. This is restricted wing micros. And off in a hurry is the 4 car of Jude Allgaier.
Jude's a 10-year-old out of El Campo, Texas. Good kid, good racer. And then one of his best buddies that travels around with him is Cash in the 97. So those two have been racing all over from Kansas to Oklahoma, Louisiana. They've been making a lot of miles on the truck for Dad. But Jude Allgaier out front here in the 4 car. We ain't got a whole lot of these tonight. This is something just giving y'all a taste of what it is for these kids. And there's some local kids real interested in this sport and this, so it's growing. And we're looking forward to having more of them in the future. But good little group. And these cars, they haul butt for what they are with a 10-year-old in them, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. That 19 is holding into second. He started on the pole, but he is dropped back to second. But he's holding strong there as Allgaier has the lead rather solidly. And that is Chapman in the 19 car running second. 97, that is Cash Lacombe. In the 97, he has third spot. All right, young Jude Allgaier. He is putting them down right now, and he's got a pretty solid lead. And second place, that is, gotta make sure who I know who that is. That is Chapman in the 19 running second. Third is 97, that is Lacombe. All right, 2 to go. We go past this time. Jude Allgaier with the lead in that 4. Running in second place. He's rolling by the start-finish line right now. That is Chapman. And there's Lacombe in the 97. He has the third spot. And Jude Allgaier continues to stretch that lead on out as he takes the white flag. One more lap to go. And looks like it's going to be a Jude Allgaier domination in this one. As he comes through 3 and 4, he's looking for a checker. And there is your checkered flag for your winner, Jude Allgaier in the 4. Second place goes to Chapman. Third place goes to Lacombe in the 97. That's the way they finished up. All right, it is Top Hat Mini Mod time. They're taking the track right now. That 8-ball car, That is Michael Lindsay, I believe, has won the last 2 times out. 56 is Andy Anderson. 59 car. Let me make sure who I know 59 is. That's Corey Harding. 72, that is TJ Boyd.
56, can you pick up the pace? 56, can you pick up the pace? 56, can you pick up the pace?
Well, Michael Lindsay has been a dominant car here the last few times out, but he is having his troubles. Let's see if we can get him kicked off and back on the track as he is now in the infield. Looks like we're going to go green whether he's ready or not. And the 21 car is Bill Dunker. All right, folks, y'all guys, y'all might take notice. He's got a green flag. Oh, by the way, they woke up, realized, hey, it's time to go racing. And away they go, sort of. Number 15, Steve Loy up front. Andy Anderson, 56 right behind him. Andy Anderson making a move on to the inside as we go through 3 and 4. And looks like end of lap 1, it's going to be Andy Anderson in the 56 taking the lead. 15, Steve Loy dropping back to second. 59 is Corey Harding. And Corey Harding now is going to take over second place. Bill Dunker in the 21 also moving up. Looks like he's going to be in position to take third as we go down the backstretch up front. Andy Anderson is moving away from everybody else at this point in the 56. He has the lead.
Corey Harding, man, he is he's got the most fans of anybody here typically, so he's leading the Sames Ford fan favorite this year here at the Race Ranch. So that guy brings about 30 people with him every night. Corey Harding, you got to love that. As a race promoter, you got to love that guy.
Oh, my God, yes. All right, Corey Harding brings his own cheering section. Corey Harding is going to lose second place if he's not careful as Bill Dunker in the 21 is making a move on the inside going through turn 1, and Dunker in the 21 takes second place. Meanwhile, up front, a full straightaway ahead of everybody else is Andy Anderson. All right, this is halfway by. Andy Anderson takes that. Dunker in second. Third is Harding. Bill Dunker started that back in last place. He's made a nice move up into second. I don't know if there's time to catch that 56, though, without a caution. All right, it's Andy Anderson's race to lose. He's the man up front in the 56. Bill Dunker 21, Harding in the 59. That's the way they run right now. All right, 2 to go. 2 to go as we roll past with your leader, Andy Anderson in the 56. Dunker 21 is second, and third is Corey Harding in the 59. All right, we're pretty well spread out. First to second, second to third. One more lap to go as Andy Anderson takes the white flag. We'll roll by one more time around. Bill Dunker second, third is still Corey Harding. All right, we got a checkered flag waiting for our winner, 56. That is Andy Anderson. Second place goes to Bill Dunker. And third spot is Corey Harding in the 59. That's the way they finish 1, 2, 3 in your heat race for the mini mods. And well, Michael Lindsay in the 8-ball car out in the infield. He's got a little time now to get that car fixed and get it back on the track for your feature race tonight. All right, this is your heat race for your non-wing micro class. And we had these guys here earlier this year. No, we didn't have these guys here earlier this year. What did we have here? We had the 600 non-wing. That was the ASCS. All right. Yeah, I thought they looked a little different.
This is a little different.
That was a long time ago, Owen. All right, so these guys don't have the wing, but they got some power. And they
Yeah, keep an eye on the speed of these guys, Larry. These guys fly. Keep an eye on Weldon Buford back there in that 01. He's been racing all over the country, too. All these guys are top-notch racers, so here we go.
All right, we're off and running.
At 97's Laramie Lacombe that's out front. At 75,
Ooh,
Sean Wilkins.
Oh, we got one
no!
flipping over in turn number 2.
Big flip over in
He's
turn
pulling
2,
into
going to hit the
infield.
tire. Throttle may be hung in that thing. Not sure what's going on. He's off the track. I've never seen one flip and keep going like that. He threw the steering wheel.
I don't know. Our driver's okay. He's climbing out
The
of the
93
car.
is Riley Shepard. The 71P is Andy Van Blarkum. The 88 is Blake Moeller. The 22 is Dustin Maxwell. The 29M is Lawrence Mann. And the 01 is Weldon Buford.
All right, your 97. That is Laramie Lacombe. We just had a Lacombe in the last race, so I'm assuming they are related. He is up front and leading this one. All right, we got 2 to go this time by. We're starting to get a little heat on the back of the leader there. That looks like the 01 of Weldon Buford. Weldon Buford now making a play for first. He is in second spot. He goes racing down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 and closes up on our leader, Lacombe.
Buford in the 01, turning some 15.5-second laps, trying to run down your leader here. Laramie Lacombe. Lacombe and Buford pretty much travel together a lot. Cash Lacombe, the 97, I told you earlier, that runs with Jude Allgaier, and then Jude and Weldon work together. So the great race here for the lead. Look at that slide job. No, coming to the checkered. Your winner is going to be Laramie Lacombe.
Laramie Lacombe, you talk about them traveling together. They traveled right across the finish line together on that one, but it's Laramie Lacombe in the 97. He takes the victory, a very hard part victory over the 01 of Weldon Buford. So great racing there. Buford started in the back, raced all the way up to second, and challenged for the lead right at the start-finish line, but Lacombe able to hold him off.
Christopher Cox, Bobby Jack, Xavier
All right, here's your starting lineup. Pro Line Pure Stocks Heat Race number 1. Starting on the pole, 78 Christopher Cox. Beside him will be the 88 of Bobby Jack. Starting in the second row. Number 2, Sebio Garcia. I haven't seen him in a while. And the 32 of Hudson Maklachek. Starting in row 3 will be the 15D of Jamie Deere. And the 5 of J.C. Paul Jr. in the 4J. And then starting in the 7th spot, Curtis King in the 42. All right, looks like everybody's lined up. Everybody's where they want to be. Looks like we're a car short. I'm not sure who we're missing here, but we are missing 1. We have supposed to have 7. We got 6. All right, they're running around slow, and they're ready to go. Let's do it. Come on. And away we go. That 88. Was that the 88?
That's Bobby Jack in the 88. It's just a small 8, hard to see. So that's Bobby Jack out front. Here comes Jamie Deere on the inside, and that 15 down the back straightaway. Sabio driving that Brandon Skinner number 2. Going to take him a little time to get used to it. They just got the motor back in that thing. Curtis King gave him a little shot there. Let's go. Here comes Jamie Deere.
All right, Jamie Deere In the 15D, longtime racer here, Bobby Jack is the same. That is Hudson Maklicek in third. Curtis King. Curtis King likes to drive the bottom, and he's very comfortable there.
Curtis King getting into the back of Hudson Maklicek there, the 42 into the 32.
Jamie Deere.
Trying to make a 74 there.
Jamie Deere making a move for the lead as he's on the inside now of Bobby Jack as we go down the back stretch. Bobby Jack looking to hold him. He goes in strong. And Jamie Deere looking to work underneath him as we now have 4 cars right up and together and almost 4 straight across. As Hudson Maklicek moves in there along with Curtis King. Curtis King, you know, is always going to be on the inside, and he's making that work for him right now as he moves that 42 car in the second spot and takes a look now for Bobby Jack in the 88. He's going to continue to look down on the inside as Curtis King now makes that inside work. He's coming to the start-finish line. I would say that lap goes to Curtis King in the 42. Bobby Jack on the outside in the 88. Jamie Deere running third in the 16D and Hudson Maklicek in the 32. They're all right there together. Up front, it is a good battle, first and second. Curtis King in the 42 has the inside track. He has the lead. Bobby Jack in second. Third is Jamie Deere. Jamie Deere going to look on the inside of Bobby Jack, try to get that second spot. Meanwhile, Bobby Jack's going to try and fight back on Curtis King on the outside. That's not going to work. Curtis King has good power going down the back stretch. All right, 2 to go. Curtis King in the 42. There's the big-time battle for first, but right now there's a big-time battle for second. As Jamie Deere in the 16, Bobby Jack in the 88, Hudson Maklicek in the 32. They all have their sights set on that second spot. Right now, Bobby Jack has it, but everybody else is kind of battling for that second spot up front. Curtis King has one more lap to hold on for a victory. All right, it's Hudson Maklicek now in the 32. He has that second spot. He's going to pull in and take control of second place. As moves Bobby Jack in the 88 back to second. All right, we got 2 more corners to get around here for Curtis King. He has that under control. He has a victory. Second place is Hudson Maklicek. Third place goes to Bobby Jack in the 88. So 4 very strong cars all battling up front. That made for a very interesting heat race number 1. And so Curtis King finished second last week in the feature race. And you see he likes that inside. He sets that car up to hug that inside, and it works for him very nicely. And it worked this time as he rolls by with his checkered flag for the heat race victory. All right, we got heat race number 2 coming up in the pure stock. All right. Shane Sturts 71. Folkert's into 139. 127 is Jerry Walters. 18R. 88, that is Stephen. Oops. Yeah, okay. All right. Chris Vincent in the 18R. Stephen Whitaker the third in the 88W. And Alexis Powell is driving the 9. That is your field right now. Shane Sturts 71. Folkert's 139. Walters 127. Chris Vincent 18R. Stephen Whitaker the third 88. And Alexis Powell in the 9.
Hell of a race last week with the 127, picking up the feature on the last lap over Curtis King, who won the first heat race here. So I tell you what, some tough competition in this one again. Keep an eye on that 88 and the 127 here. They've had a lot of battles lately.
All right, we're off and running. Shane Sturts in the 71 going to lead him down in, but Walter's already getting a little impatient as he looks to make a move out of that. He's now stuck in the middle. Down the backstretch.
88 quickly to the lead here from the back.
Whitaker and Walters, they make their move up to 1 and 2. All right, it's Walters looking on the inside of Whitaker as we come to the start-finish line. And Whitaker's going to hold it for that lead on that lap. As 2 are very tight together as they run through 1 and 2. But it looks like the man that's going to come out on the backside is going to be Jerry Walters. But he doesn't have much of a lead. And actually, they're side by side now as we run into 3 and 4.
They were close down in 1 and 2. Never touched. Good, clean racing. Both drivers, good, clean drivers.
All right,
never
Walters.
touched down in 1 and 2.
Jerry Walters able to make
Great
that
race.
Up into the top spot. Folkerts in the 139 now takes over third. Sturts moves back to fourth. Up front is Jerry Walters and Stephen Whitaker the third. Right behind him in the 88. And Stephen Whitaker III is far from done in this one, but Walters has been a dominant car in this class for some time now, as a matter of fact. So he has the lead. All right, Dennis Fulkerson, the 139. He's starting to close in a little bit on that second place car of Whitaker. Whitaker III has second, but Dennis Fulkerson, the 139, with a good run right now to close up into third and take a look at that second spot. Up front is Jerry Walters with a strong run. Going to be hard to catch. Right now we got a pretty good race going on for second spot. All right, steer Jerry Walters, 127 with the lead. Whitaker the third in second. And Dennis Fulkerson, the 139, trying to close up.
Tell you what, Larry, the Fulkerson, that 139, he's really come on lately. So starting to figure this game out and do better and better every week. Last week he ran up in the top 5 all night long in the feature. Really good job. See some smoke coming out of that car now. See what's going on there. But I tell you what, he's starting to figure it out.
Yeah, I saw the smoke. Wasn't sure if it was dust, but now I'm confirming it is smoke. As he closes in on Stephen Whitaker III, but we are on the next to the last lap right now. So white flag will be ready for Jerry Walters as he comes to the start-finish line. There it waves. He has his notification. He's got to lead this thing for one more lap. And smoke maybe getting a little worse on Fulkerson, the 139, as he tries to close in on Stephen Whitaker and is closing in a little bit. But there's not going to be time to take that spot away as Jerry Walters with a solid lead and rolling towards a checkered flag. There's your checkered flag right now. There is your winner, Jerry Walters in the 122nd. 127, second place is Stephen Whitaker III. In the 88, third place is Dennis Fulkerts, 139. And a nice run for him, and probably going to need to have a little smoke coming out of that car checked out before we get to our main event.
Coming out next will be our first group of sprint cars, our Southern United Sprint Series, making their way back to Corpus Christi. Our first heat race will be rolling out next, so looking forward to that. There he goes, Jerry Walters, round of applause.
All right, 305 wing sprints. I was wrong. These guys have been here earlier this year. The other guys hadn't. 305 wing sprints. This is your starting lineup. Number 11 is Stephen Leggio. Starting next to him up front, Daniel King, 76. Starting third is the 3W. Willie Reed. Starting fourth will be Rod Craddock in the 7. Starting in the third row will be 170 on the inside. That is Isaiah Garcia in the 170. And Isaiah had an eventful time last time he was here as he went rolling down the backstretch. And starting 6 to 35, Chris Hansen. And starting in 7th, last week's winner in this class, Christopher Townsend, driving the number 6. Okay. I know that.
You can talk like this and read maybe. Yeah, Isaiah Garcia in that 17G took a hell of a ride last time, I tell you what. So good to see him back. First time back in the car since that bad flip over in turn number 3 here. So, all right, these are our Southern United Sprint Series heat number 1. We're gonna compare them time-wise to what those non-wing mini sprints were doing. We'll tell y'all what that looks like here in a little bit. All right, folks. All right, folks. So here we go. So sprint cars do that, Larry. It's just a traditional thing. They make a lap prior to doubling up and getting ready, I guess, to see how the track is. It gives them a little indication. Man, in stock car racing, we call that cheating. But, hey, you get anything you can anytime you can. Right, Larry?
I don't know. You seem to talk a lot about cheating. All on the radio this morning you were talking about cheating. All right, that number 76 car, I do know that. That's Daniel King, 3-time champion in this series. I remember him from the last time he was here. And I do know Townsend in the 6. He won the last race last week on I-50 or 155 Speedway or whatever it is, up in Cleveland, Texas. So all right, like I say, this is all part of the warm-up procedure here. All right, here we go. Ooh, we got one up into the wall. That looks like the number 11 car. I can't tell for sure. He jumped over the cushion, whatever cushion there was on that one. And we got another one in the 35. So we got that car up into the fence over, coming out of turn number 2. Yeah, that's a rough way to start an evening. And we'll have a look to see how bad the damage is on that, but pushed up a little too high coming out of 2. We got 6 Townsend with a front left tire that is down as well. And Mr. Townsend not happy at this point. Not happy at all. You see what happened to my tire? Damn it, you're going to have to talk to my lawyer about that.
Uh-oh. Is he going to wing the helmet? Is it going to be a helmet throw? You know how much those things cost?
No, you don't want to throw it. You just want to give him a hand signal, I think. Yeah, it's that guy there. That one. Yeah, you, 3. I got your number, buddy.
Number 35. He was not happy with the 35 there, folks.
35? Okay. Hard to tell which one he was pointing. It looked like 3, but one of them got the message, I think.
I'll talk to you. I'll be your ear.
All right, so we got to get rid of, I believe that's 11 over in turn number 2. That we're going to have to take him off. And Townsend in the 6. I don't know if there's a rule about changing a tire or not, what they can do, if they can change that in the infield or not. Yeah. All right, Townsend in the 6 going to get pushed off, looks like. All right, we got it on the hook. We got the 11 on the hook now, moving that to the infield. Townsend in the 6.
Let's roll here. Come on. All right, can we double up there? 17 was my.
All right, we're off and running again. That's King in the 76, the 3 car right behind him, 17 right behind him, 35 behind him. And 76 looking strong. All right, 3 car, that belongs to Willie Reed. Rod Craddock is in the 7, the 35. That is Chris Hansen. right, we're coming up to halfway on this one. As Daniel King in the 76 hit the halfway. Number 3, Willie Reed is starting to close that gap a little bit from first to second, or he was, so he went down the backstretch. All right, 7 car currently has third. That is Craddock. And third spot, 35, that is Hansen, Chris Hansen in 35. He's starting to close up on your current third place runner. Up front, it is King. 3 is currently closing in at second. That is Reed, Willie Reed. All right, one more time around. Daniel King in the 76. Reed in the 3. The 7 car has third, but third place is up for grabs. First and second are settled. Here comes your winner. Checkered flag. Daniel King, 72nd. 76, Willie Reed in the 3. Third place goes to the number 7 car. That is Craddock. Craddock in the 7 takes third. That's the way to run home. For your finish, that is your heat race in your 305 Wing Series.
There he goes. Round of applause for the 76. He's moving. I tell you what, 14 flat, 14 flat. That's hustling a race car around this facility. Don't know that we've seen too many cars go that fast around here ever, so it's pretty impressive speeds. Let's see what this group has. A little disappointed we didn't get to see Isaiah Garcia in that 17. You saw him roll out, still having some motor problems or something. Like I said, a lot of work to get that car repaired and back out here, so we'll see how he comes out later. Hopefully we get him fixed up and back out here.
All right, here's your starting lineup. Heat race number 2, 305 Wing Sprint. Starting on the poles, number 26, Jacob Harris. Starting next to him will be the 24, that is brother Tyler Harris. Starting third, Teresa Waller in the 3. Starting in fourth, 15P, that is Andy Van Blarkum. Starting fifth, 22L, that is Kent Lewis Sr. And starting in sixth, I believe, is your defending champion of this series. That'll be Trey Schmidt in the 12. So got some good racers in this one. We got the Harris brothers, known to be very active and very aggressive in their racing style. They start side by side up on the front row. And once again, we'll give them a lap or so to get everybody heated up, warmed up before we actually go heat racing. All right, time to line them up now. Harris brothers up front. Second row is Teresa Walker in the 3. 15 is local driver Andy Van Blarkum. Starting in 5th spot will be 22 L. Kent Lewis Sr. and the 12th spot, Trey Schmidt. Trey Schmidt has been a champion in this series a couple of times, I believe.
I tell you what, keep an eye on them Harris brothers on the front row, Larry. They some impressive young drivers there, and Trey Schmidt in that 12. Everywhere he goes, he's tough. So. Good group here again. So we got some quality, guys. We don't quite have the numbers we'd have hoped for, but we got some quality here tonight, so it's going to be some good racing. Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Harris brothers, side by side, brother battle to see who goes off first here. All right, here we go. Let's do this. And they're off hot, but 24 is off way hot. He takes that outside line and makes it work as he takes the lead. His brother right behind him now in the 26 as they roll through turn number 4. All right, 3, that's Teresa Waller holding down third. All right, it's Harris on Harris battle up front. Teresa Waller in third. All right, Trey Schmidt in the 12, he's in last, but I don't think he's going to stay there for long. Up front is still the Harrises, 1 and 2. Third is Teresa Waller. All right, 24 is Tyler Harris. 26 is his brother Jacob Harris. And And they are dominating as Trey Schmidt, who we talked about earlier, he's pulling his car to the inside. Didn't seem to get going very well. He started off in the rear and never could make any progress, so pulls his car to the inside into the infield. Up front, it's still Harris is dominating this race, 1 and 2. Teresa Waller running third. I guarantee you somebody named Harris is going to win this one, I do believe. As we get the white flag rolling by, that is 24. That is Tyler Harris, brother Jacob in the 26. Got one more lap. Not going to quite happen. He's going to watch his brother take that checkered flag. All right, there's your checker. Tyler Harris in the 24. Jacob Harris in the 26. And coming on around turn 4 for third spot is the 3. That is Teresa Waller. So that's the way they run home. That is heat race number 2 in the 305 wing sprints. All right, Trey Schmidt, number 12. Usually one of the more dominant cars of this. Had a little trouble there in that heat race and never could quite get it going. But
1380s, folks. That's flying around
That's
this place.
insane.
Really good fast laps for our sprint cars tonight. I tell you what, so excited for a big feature tonight. Going to be a good one for sure. As long as we can keep them out of the fence back there on the back straightaway.
Yeah, they're well.
Kind of important.
Yes, they're slowly building up a little bit of a berm over there, but. They like to run that cushion, but we'll see. There's not a whole lot of cushion yet, but we're starting to build one. All right, coming up now, the factory stocks. Heat race, number 1. Here's the way they're going to line up. Starting on the pole, 34, that's Ryan Carlucci. Next to him will be the 154 of Brian Rye. In the second row, starting third, 13J, Jeff Johnson. Next to him, 99, Triton Temple. Rolling off in fifth position, 25R, Nathan Rahi. And then you have the sixth place starter. That is number 12. That is Cody Leonard. So Brian Ryan, the 154, been hot of lately. Nathan Rahi is your points leader in this. He's been consistent year in, year out, or week in, week out, shall we say. And young Ryan Carlucci in the 34 is going to lead him around. All right, Carlucci on the inside, takes the green, and away we go. Brian Ryan on the 154 on the outside. He's been doing pretty well since he's moved into that car about midway through the season. And he's going to make it work on the outside as he takes the lead, running down the back stretch. All right, Brian Rye up front, 154. And we got him almost 4 wide coming out of turn number 4. And Ryan Carlucci continues to hold on to that second spot. Nathan Rahi in the 25R starting to move up now a little bit. He's got a challenge on the outside, and that is the 13J of Jeff Johnson out of the Valley. All right, Leonard in the 12, getting a little impatient. He took a pretty good bang right on behind his right front on that coming out of turn number 4. Up front is still Rye, then Carlucci Ryan, and then it is Nathan Rahi. Rahi likes to take a look now on the inside for that second spot. As Cody Leonard in the 12 now moves into 4th, and he wants to join the fray up front. But up front, it's Brian Rye. Like I say, he's had a good run in that car since he moved into that car about halfway into the season this year. And having a very good run right now as we get the halfway sign, as we roll past the start-finish line. Carlucci still second. Nathan Rahi running third. Cody Leonard in the 12, running 4th.
Yeah, so Cody Leonard in the 12 here. Keep an eye on him. He got a new motor. They're trying to decide whether they want to go to Boot Hill for the 10,000 to win King of the Hill next week. Hard lick by the 25 there in the back of the 34. So...
All right, Nathan Rahi pushing Ryan Carlucci down the front stretch. Looking for a way around. Right now, that's going to open up. While he's pushing Ryan Carlucci, Cody Leonard's going to jump on the inside of Nathan Rahi. He's going to jump on the inside of Ryan Carlucci. He's looking to pick up 2 cars in this lap. Looks like Carlucci, the two of them come very close together, and they do make some contact just past the start-finish line. Ryan Carlucci maybe holding the 2 cars up, 25R and 12. Rahi and Leonard, but he's keeping his line, even though he's taking a beating on the backside. All right, white flag, one more time around. Brian Rye has the lead. Ryan Carlucci got predators all over him. He's trying to hold them all off in the 34. All right, let's see. Cody Leonard probably in the best position to make a run here. Nope, not going to happen on that one. All right. And it's Rahi takes second. Cody Leonard runs third. And it looked like Ryan Carlucci had enough of that, whatever it was. Looked like he got hit coming through 3 and 4. But your winner is Brian Ryan, the 154.
Richard, why don't you push, Dan? Dan, can you get us
All right,
Brian Ryan, the Travis Penny number 54, Ace Automotive Machine hot rod there, picking up a win.
I'm not sure what happened to Ryan Carlucci on that one. He took a bunch of hits to the rear of that car and a couple on the side. All right, we're moving on to heat race number 2. This is factory stocks. Up front is the 115 of Chuck Perry. Beside him will be E.J. Gilpin in the 21Bs. Row 2 is 41 Joey Heineman. Beside him is number 7 Jesse Sandoval. Starting in the 5th spot will be the 29K. That's Dylan Kowalik. And next to him is the 91 of Jared Maupin. Dylan Kowalik, I believe, from the Victoria area. Racing here. Doesn't race here very often.
It's Jet.
Jet. Yeah, J-E-T-T. That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's Jet.
Jet.
This is Jagger's.
All right, here we go. We're away in racing. Chuck Perry leads them down into turn number 1. All right, we got one pulling into the infield. Didn't make a whole lap, but right now it's still Chuck Perry up front. Joey Heineman running second now. I believe that is Gilpin in the 21, running third. Maupin in the 91 is in fourth. Jesse Sandoval in the 7. Chuck Perry goes way up high on the backstretch. Kind of unusual to see that. But he takes and holds on to the lead. Second place is still Heineman. Jared Maupin in the 91, giving a little push to Joey Heineman, saying, let's move on. And Chuck Perry is going high, coming out of turn number 2. Let's take advantage of it. All right, it's still Chuck Perry. He's holding them off, but he's got a gaggle of 3 cars side by side, chasing after him for that second spot. Chuck Perry seems to have the speed down the backstretch, but Joey Heineman may be setting him up here for a pass as he goes hard into turn number 3. Let's see how they come out of 4. We have a new leader. We do. Joey Heineman takes that lead in the 41. Chuck Perry moving back to second. Third is Jared Maupin. And
Heineman really been getting better and better in that 41. He's been working on that car evidently, moving forward. So the 91's been fast. He won last week here. So Maupin always fast in that 91.
All right, it's Maupin in second. Chuck Perry with Kowalik in third spot. They go side by side. In the 29, Kowalik now takes that third spot.
Yeah, Kowalik normally runs at Cotton Bowl Speedway. He made the trip down here tonight to race with us. Thank him for that. And I tell you what, Dylan, he won the feature at Cotton Bowl last week. So that 29's been rolling. He's getting it figured out. He's a move up from the sport compact 4-cylinder world, now racing his first full season in factory stocks. And I tell you what, when you're winning features at Cotton Bowl Speedway, you're running third at the race ranch, you're figuring it out pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. All right. White flag. Jared Maupin is now taking the lead. He's in first. Joey Heineman has one more lap to make that up. Kowalik right there in the 29K. Let's see what happens. Jared Maupin going off into 3 and 4 with the lead. Looks like he's probably going to come out of this unchallenged. Yes, he does. There's your checkered flag. Jared Maupin first. Heineman in the 41 run second. And Kowalik in the 29K takes the third spot. That is.
All right, there it is. I tell you what. I'm told that today is Lawrence and Pat Maklachek's anniversary. Happy anniversary to Lawrence and Pat. They sitting at home watching on Race on Texas. I'd assume they maybe their anniversary, they ain't going to miss a race. I mean, come on. These are Maklacheks we're talking about here. And grandsons and sons, they're all watching out there. Yep. Did we give some happy birthdays out already?
No, we've been going hot and heavy ever since I got that. We're going to wait for a break here in a minute, but we will recognize them unless we got some time. Well, no, we don't have time right now. Let's move right along. We got the same sport, factory stocks, heat race number. Well, that wait,
nope.
We just had this.
We're going to limited modifieds, man. This is the Jude Allgaier Racing Limited Modifieds. On the pole in the 184 is going to be Brian Rye. On the outside, last race winner in the 879 is going to be Marcus Maklachek. Row number 2, we hadn't seen him in a long time, in the 77, Cody Beto. Outside in the Z76 going to be Zach Courtney. Row number 3, the BD1, Gilbert Perez the third. Your points leader outside him in the 13M is going to be Benjamin Maklachek. Bringing up the rear, out of Brazoria in the 13B, how about Bryce Reed and Trent Beaver out of San Antone in the 14. So Bryce Reed and Trent Beaver.
All right, caution is out as the 184 of Brian Rye leads him around. Marcus Maklachek in the 879 on the outside. Here we go. Let's race it. Limited modifieds. They're way in rolling. Rye in the 184. Maklachek, they make contact in turn number 1. Brian Rye going to come out with the best of that as we roll down the back stretch. Marcus Maklachek says, oh no, not so fast, pal. You're not getting away. All right, it's Maklachek on the inside, Rye on the outside. Rye's going to hold that lead. Third place is Beto, Cody Beto in the 77. He has third. All right, Bryce Reed in that 13B. He's running down the backstretch. He's going to take over third spot. Looks like give it a challenge to Beto. Up front, it's Rye. Second place, Maklachek. Third place, Beto. And Cody Beto pushes up kind of high coming into turn number 2. That's going to open it up for Reed in the 13.
Yeah, Reed's car didn't turn there for him out of 3 and 4. Car pushed up all the way to the wall. Allowed Beto to get back by him. Here he comes back to the bottom. Beto going to hold. Nope. Bryce Reed going to take over the spot there. Cody back to 4th with Trent Beaver breathing all over his neck. BD1 going to pull it to the infield. Not sure what was wrong. Something was wrong with the BD1 from the get-go. He wasn't up on the lineup. I don't know what was going on with that car, but taking it to the infield, Gilbert Perez.
All right. All right, 13B, that is Reed in third. Beto dropped back to 4th. Trent Beaver in 5th. Up front, it is Brian Rye in the 184 with Maklachek, Marcus Maklachek in 2nd. Looks like the 13B of Reed is going to come up there and make a little challenge for the first 2 spots as he's closing in on our 2 leaders. Closing in strong on our 2 leaders as we go down the back stretch. All right, Trent Beaver gets past Beto. He takes over 4th spot. All right. Reed in the 13B. As we get the 2 to go. 2 to go. Brian Rye in the lead. Marcus Maklachek 2nd. Bryce Reed is in 3rd. All right, we got a white flag. The white flag is there for Brian Rye. He's got 1 more lap. Marcus Maklachek closing in. May make a race of it. Reed and Marcus Maklachek challenged on the inside as we go through turn number 2. But Rye pulls away as we come out of 2. All right, we've got 1 more shot at this, Maklachek. Let's see what can happen here. Maklachek in the 879, got to look on the inside. Not going to be open for him. There is your winner, 184 Brian Rye. Marcus Maklachek running 2nd. Bryce Reed in the 13B comes home in 2nd spot. All right. Some very good racing there. That was a good one. And a lot of very good quality racers in that one. And that was heat race number 1 in your limited modifieds. All right. No, that's the old one again. It's like Groundhog Day. All right, heat number 2. We got BD2 Daniel Preston taking off from the pole. Number $4 is Chris Rye. He just saw his brother win the one before. Starting in 3rd spot, Cody Leonard in the 30K. Starting next to him in the 91, that is Jared Maupin. Rolling off in 5th, be the 15 of Chase Lavin. In 600E, Jaden Edmond. You've seen him on the track already once today. And back in the 7th starting position would be into 5K. That is Ziggy Reeser. So up front, it is Daniel Preston, BD2, with Chris Rye in the $4 next to him. And Daniel Preston, BD2, going to lead him around on the outside, though. It is Chris Rye in the $4. He goes off into turn 1. He has grabbed the lead. Jared Maupin in the 91 now, moves into third. Down the back stretch. Rye moves out a little bit. Maupin solid in third. He's got Cody Leonard in the 30K right behind him as well in the fourth spot. All right, Chris Rye trying to duplicate what his brother just did in the $4. Yes, he leads this lap as well. BD2 running second. Running third is the 91. 91, that is Jared Maupin. 30K, that is Cody Leonard. Leonard in fourth. All right, Chris Rye, $4, stepping it on out right now. Got a pretty good battle going on for second spot. All right, Maupin closing in on second. Leonard closing in on Maupin. Chris Rye, not too worried about any of that going on back there. He's just sailing on around. All right, it's pretty good racing for second and third. All right, this is it. 2 to go. Chris Rye, bring it on home. Jared Maupin moves into second place now. Maupin in the 91 takes over second. All right, white flag as we go by. There is your leader, Chris Rye. It's going to be a Rye sweep, looks like. In the limited modified, second spot right now is Jared Maupin. Third is Daniel Preston. Oh, Preston lost it a little bit coming out of turn number 2. That opens it up for number 30, Cody Leonard, to take over that third spot. All right, your winner, that is Chris Rye in the $4. Second place goes to Jared Maupin in the 91. Third is Cody Leonard in the 30K. So the Rye Bros done swept the limited modifieds tonight.
All right, folks, going to catch a brief pause for the calls here as we line our E-Mod A main up. We're waiting on our E-Mods to line up, so it gives you an opportunity, and for our officials, if they need to use a restroom or get something to drink real quick, we're going to take a 2-minute break. Hopefully it won't even last that long, but it'll be quick. We'll get right back to racing action. The band will kick off and start playing live in the Turn 5 bar right now, so you can catch a little bit of Riptide, get you a fresh load in the bucket, 6 more of those ice-cold Dos Equis in the bucket, and be ready to go here in just a little bit.
All right, folks, don't forget, you can order right from your seat. Go to the Facebook page for South Texas Race Ranch, and you click on the section that will allow you to place an order. And, of course, you can scan the QR code in your program, and you can order from there as well. But don't forget, we got $1 Dos Equis tonight. We got something called pear margaritas for $1. I don't know. I remember burning.
No, those
off.
aren't $1. They're just pear margaritas. There's only one thing we sell around here for $1, Larry. That's beer.
Oh, I don't know. Somebody came up and told me I thought those margaritas were $1. I said, I don't know. I don't drink.
Negative.
I don't drink margaritas, and I used to burn the thorns off a pear when I was a little kid because that's
Man, that
That's
prickly
what
pear
we had to do.
margarita is awesome. I tell you what, they done burned through about 3 barrels full, so they're tearing it up down there on the margaritas. But hey, listen, the $1 Dos Equis is ice cold and rolling, so get you down there and get some of that. And if you hit up Christy at the Christie's Hookah Bar over there, she's got draft Dos Equis and draft Youngling. You say it better than I do. Youngling. So she's got draft and probably 16-ounce cups. You get 2 of those for $1. 2 draft beers for $1. Where else are you going to get that, Larry? Where?
You're not going to get that anywhere.
Come on, tell me where.
Not even going to get that in your refrigerator at home, so you can't beat that.
That's a
All right.
fact, Larry. You cannot get that out of your own refrigerator.
No, you can't. Well, I can, but I have connections. All right.
What the world?
Yeah, it's true. I'm in the beer business. That's where I make my money. I'd starve to death working for you. All right, moving on. Want to talk about T-shirts. Got brand new South Texas Race Ranch T-shirts. And we also have, I got to remember what else we got here. We got a ball caps. T-shirts are $20, ball caps $15. We also have coolers coolers for sale with South Texas Race Ranch down in the Turn 5 bar, and those come with a special added bonus. Owen, you want to tell them what it is?
For $15, you're telling me you can buy a cooler embroidered with Race Ranch and get 6 Dos Equis in the cooler for $15?
No, I'm not telling you that. You just told everybody else that. But
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
But that's the thing. All right, folks, don't wander too far, but go ahead, grab something to eat, grab that cold beer, and yeah, we're not going to take long for this intermission. We're going to be right back to racing here really, really quick.
Came by today. He was telling everyone in town of the love that he just found, and Marie's the name of his latest flame. He talked and talked, and I heard him say that she had the longest, blackest hair, prettiest green eyes anywhere, and Marie's the name of his latest flame. Though I smiled, the tears inside were burning, I wished him luck and then he said goodbye. He was gone, but still his words kept returning. What else was there for me to do but cry? Would you believe that yesterday girl was in my arms and swore to me she'd be mine eternally, and Marie's the name of his latest flame. Though I smiled, the tears inside were burning.
Don't forget, you can jump online. You can go to Facebook and hit the order button right there, and you can order your food and pick it up from the window that doesn't have a line. It's just that easy. Or scan the QR code in the program or running around here on the walls and order your food, pick it up, no line, no wait. It's sure easier, guys, just FYI.
Girl was in my arms and swore to me.
What do you think, Timbo? You having fun?
And Marie's the name of his latest flame. Oh, Marie's the name of his latest flame. Yeah, Marie's the name of his latest flame.
Welcome out to the Turn 5 Bar and the Race Ranch. South, what? That's what he said. I thought he said that. I'm sorry. He said that. This is the South Texas Race Ranch. We're the Riptide Band. What you got, Michael?
Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer, not a trace of that in my mind. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm a believer, I can leave her if I try. I thought love was more true and very tame, meant for someone else, but not for me. Love is out to get, that's the way it seems. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer, not a trace. I'm in love. I'm a believer, I can leave her if I try. Oh, what's use in trying? Love is out to me. When I needed sunshine, I got rain. more I gave, the less I got. All that's easy trying. It is pain. When I needed sunshine, I got rain. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm a believer. I can leave her if I try. And I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. Ooh, I'm a believer. I can leave her if I try.
Thank you very much.
Do some country now.
During this past last week, we had a couple of birthdays in the racing world here at South Texas Race Ranch. We start off with one of the racing legends of South Texas, Bruce Bello. He had a birthday July the 17th. My longtime friend, Bruce Bello. I can say how old it is, so he's not what my age is, and I don't want anybody to know how old I am either. So, all right, Bruce Bello is in the house. We should stand up. We need to open a cheer or happy birthday or something. Bruce, get around. He's down with this. Figured it would be Cody Bello's down there, son. I figured he'd be down with this. But I thought sometimes he wanders up here and it's not racing going on and watches from the stand. Also, some, I don't know if we're going to get out on the track here in just a few minutes. It's Brianna Witchy. And she's here in the out there in the 59 Heat car. Every spot coming up here real quick. So, you can just cheer for Brianna to have a good race.
All right, starting second will be L87, Nathan Titzman. Starting in the third spot will be Gilbert Thurston third in the 3. Starting fourth, R10, Rio Blackner. Starting in fifth starting position will be number 96F. That is Benjamin Fanning. Sixth starting position, 17, Kyler Ross. Starting in the 7th spot, 59B, birthday girl, Brianna Witchy. Starting in the 8th spot, 51, Charlie York, excuse me. Starting in 9th, 34W, Brad Wattups. Next to him will be 21T, Tyler Gilpin. 11th starting position is 57, Charles Flanagan. And starting 13th, Jonathan Cervantes, who'll be 12th, and starting in the 7th spot will be 4K, David Sheffield. Man, we couldn't hardly get these guys to start while they're going. Now they can't wait to start. All right, we're waiting on a car. Jaden Edmond, the 00E, who's supposed to be starting up front. All right, so the call is going out for 00E, Jaden Edmond. Jaden, you need to report to the track, Jaden Edmond. I used to hear report to the principal's office, Larry Roberts. So, but now this is a little better than going to the principal's office. He's on the pole, Jaden Edmond. Come on down. We need you. All right, we're going to may go green without him. And it looks like that is exactly what we're going to do. Caution lights on the backstretch. All right, it'll be Gilbert Perez up front now with Nathan Titzman. And these are your points leaders, 1 and 2, starting side by side. Here we go, racing feature style. These are your E-Mods. All right, up front, Gilbert Perez the third on the inside. On the outside, Nathan Titzman in the L87. Brianna Witchy in the 59B holds down third. Got a drag race, side by side, down into turn number 3, and it's still side by side as we go through 3 and 4. Looks like Nathan Titzman going to come out on the other side of that with the lead. L87 Titzman in the lead. Gilbert Perez the third and second, but Brianna Witchy made a look on the inside, didn't quite make that work. And Jaden Edmond 00E comes to the track now, but it's a little late. Up front, it's Nathan Titzman. Gilbert Perez the third and second, Brianna Witchy in third, trying to hold off Rio Blackner in the R10. And Brad Wattups in the 34, he's coming up into play now. Titzman started to check it out a little bit up front, moving away from the rest of the crowd. Brad Gilbert Perez third and second, Brianna Witchy holding on in third. As R10 Blackner is in fourth, but up front, Titzman's got it under control right now. There is your leader, Titzman going by the start and finish line. Second place, Gilbert Perez the third place, Brianna Witchy. All right. All right, we got caution out on the track. Caution on the track. Caution for the 46. 46 is stalled. 46 is stalled over on the track. Looks like over in turn number 4. So that's going to lead to a restart. Your leader is Nathan Titzman. He did not particularly want to see that happen because he had built up a full straightaway lead. 46 Titzman, 46 Cervantes, I'm sorry. Thinking of 2 drivers at the same time. All right, up front, it's Titzman in the L87. Second place, Gilbert Perez third. Third place, Brianna Witchy. Fourth place right now. All right, we're going to restart. It's time to go. Here we go. L87, Nathan Titzman, he's off and running into turn number 1. Gilbert Perez the third has got a chance now to close back up on what was a pretty good lead by Nathan Titzman. All right, still in third is Brianna Witchy in the 59B. All right, Rio Blackner in fourth. Once again, Titzman kind of picked up where he left off before the caution. He is checking on out, making a big-time move into first place and separating from the field. Running in second place is Gilbert Perez the third. Third is Brianna Witchy still. All right, Brianna Witchy, she's starting to close up a little bit on Gilbert Perez the third there for that second spot as they run through 3 and 4. Up front, it's all about Mr. Titzman. Titzman still with a big lead, almost a full straightaway lead now as he goes into 3. Gilbert Perez the third, second Brianna Witchy is your third place car. And we got one going around. Flanagan in the 57. Flanagan with a spin over in turn number 4. And he's still stopped over there. That should bring out a caution. No, maybe not. Flanagan looks like he's got that going. He's got it. All right, Flanagan is away and rolling. We're staying green. All right. We are still green. We're still racing. And we still have Nathan Titzman in the L87 leading this one. Second place, Gilbert Perez third, Brianna Witchy. And we had another one. Looked like Sheffield got way high over in turn number 2, but he was able to roll away with that. We got R10, that's Rio Blackner. Slowed way down out of 4, all came to a stop, but he's away and rolling again as well. All right, Titzman starting to catch some back markers here. He's running into some traffic, but so far it hadn't held him back. He has a big lead over Gilbert Perez III in second, and third spot Brianna Witchy hanging into her position. As Titzman rolls around and gets past the back marker, another lap in the books as the leader. Perez III is Brianna Witchy is third, excuse me. 34W, he's running fourth. Titzman puts another lap in the books. Gilbert Perez the third still saying, well, you got one around over, and that's Blackner around over in turn number 2. He's rolling. I think we're staying green. Yes, we are. He gets run through the infield, and he'll come back on the track. Everybody's green. We're still racing. As your leader rolls by the start-finish line right now, that's Nathan Titzman in the L87. Gilbert Perez the third. He's second. Third is Brianna Witchy in the 59B. Oh, and Blackner around again. That's 2 spins this lap for Blackner. But he's away. He's running. And we're staying green. So those even number turns hard on Blackner. All right, Titzman rolls by, LA7 leader. Gilbert Perez third, second. Brianna Witchy third. We've said that from the green flag on. Those three have dominated up front. Brad Wattops in the 34W is fourth. Kyler Ross in the 17, running fifth. All right, Titzman getting into some heavy back marker traffic. I don't think he's going to slow him down. If he would, it'd have to slow him down a lot because he's got a full straightaway lead on Gilbert Perez the third. No, 21 is around over here in turn number 4 as we take the white flag. 21 pulls off the track. We're going to stay green. Titzman took the white flag, so this will be the last lap. And we're going to finish this one under caution, looks like. I'm assuming the caution came out before our leader finished, so we're going to go to green-white checker, looks like. So all the hard work Nathan Titzman put in building that big lead, it just disappeared. So he has Gilbert Perez right now back on his back bumper. Brianna Witchy in the 59B running third. Fourth is Brad Wattops. And fifth is Kyler Ross in the 17. All right, we're still caution on the track, caution on the track. And we're still getting cars in the right spot here. It takes a little time sometime. That's the first extended caution we've had tonight. Once again, we're trying to get cars in the right spot. All right, and we're still working on getting cars positioned. You may know the traffic cone at the start-finish line. That is because we restart single file here at South Texas Race Ranch, and so nobody does any passing until we get past the cone at the start-finish line. So you have to hold your position until you pass that cone. Then you can do not everything you want to do, but it's wide open. Just let her rip. But you can't pass anyone until you're past the cone. All right, caution lights are out. We got 2 laps to go on this one. Nathan Titzman in the L87 has led the whole race. All of a sudden, he's got competitors all over his back bumper. All right, green flag. Here we go. Let's finish this one off. It is Titzman. He's off in a hurry. Gilbert Perez pitches up kind of high, coming out of 1 and 2. That lets Titzman get away. Brianna Witchy in the 59B. She's looking to challenge for that second spot from Gilbert Perez. All right. That was 2 laps to go. I guess we got 3 laps. All right, 00E Jaden Edmond off into the infield, but up front it's Nathan Titzman. Still with the lead, L87. All right, this time we got the white flag for Titzman. He rolls past. Harris to third and second. Brianna Witchy runs third, 59B. 1 more lap to settle your EMOD feature race of the evening. And it looks like Nathan Titzman, he had the strong car tonight. He has led every lap, and he's going to lead the final one, and that means a victory for L87. Nathan Titzman, second place goes to Gilbert Perez, the third, and third spot goes to 59B, birthday girl Brianna Witchy. So, awesome run by Nathan Titzman. He was, I believe, the points leader in this class, and this didn't do anything to hurt that situation at all, as he takes the feature win in the EMOD race tonight. So that is L87, Nathan Titzman. He's going to come around right now, and we're going to have a little victory celebration here at the start-finish line. All right, here comes your feature winner. That is Nathan Titzman, the L87. We'll turn it over to Owen Pittman now for the victory celebration.
Mic check. All right, here we go. So Nathan Titzman picking up the win. There he comes, folks. Give him a round of applause. See if this mic's a little louder. There we go. We'll talk to this one. Come over here, Nathan. Talk to me real quick. All right, so I talked to Grandpa this week, and he said, last week Nathan didn't do what Nathan was supposed to do. Did he give you a pep talk?
Yeah, he did.
It worked.
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, what do you think? You got out front early. You knew what you had. The 00E didn't make the call till about 2 laps into the race, but you and Gilbert raced real hard together. Kind of what you expected? You expected Gilbert to be there. You get this late race caution. What was going through your mind at that point?
Well, I knew Gilbert was going to be there, and he was fast, and he was race clean, and I didn't think, I don't know.
Hey, who do you got to thank? Some of these folks don't like to talk. You got to tell them who is on the car.
Lawrence Mecklenchek, my grandpa, my grandma, my dad, my mom, Ace Transmissions, Vinco Plumbing, All in Design, Mattress Firm, and Jarmandia.
All right. Congratulations, Nathan Titzman. I want to thank Lynn Hayward for coming out from the Caller Times. You can catch all the results and pictures from all the Winter Circle in the Caller Times each week, folks, online. So check them out at the Caller Times. Lynn Hayward, thank you very much. One more, guys. One more. We got Restrictor 600s coming up next. What's up, Mr. RC? All right, we're going to have some our restrictors come out again. These are 10-year-old kids and under, racing some pretty powerful machines, so we'll get them in. We'll run 15 laps for those, and then we'll be on to our micro mods next. We'll have sprint cars out before you know it. Hang in there, get something ice cold to drink.
You got it? You want it?
Yeah, well,
Of course, I guess you're going to push it off. No, I haven't started on it.
I think they do this. All right, moving right along. We're in our feature racing segment of the evening. Next up is the restricted wing micros, and this is your starting lineup. The man who dominated in that heat race earlier, or man, I say youngster, Jude Allgaier will be on the pole in the 4. Starting next to him will be the 19 of Bo Chapman. Starting in third, 97, Cash Lacombe. And in the first starting spot will be 39M. That is Tatum Moeller. So it's Allgaier, Chapman, Lacombe, and Moeller. That is your 4 600 restricted non-wing cars, I believe, coming onto the track. And Jude Allgaier, who was a dead dominant racer in that feature race. We'll see if any other people in this race have anything for him. All right, we're getting ready for the Restrictor 600s sprint car class coming up next. We're just waiting for him. We got one, we got two, we got three. Got 3 cars out on the track so far. And Allgaier in the 4. He was the driver to watch in the first race. You watch him pull away from everybody else. That was the watching that was going on. I believe that's Chapman in the 97, Lacombe in... No, it's Chapman in the 19, Lacombe in the 97. I'm sorry. Waiting on one more car to join the pack here. Meanwhile, the Sames Ford Pace truck is on the track. All right, we're waiting on the 39M to join the race, or at least join the laps. All right. I think we're going with 3. Yes, we are. There's your green. Away we roll. And once again, it's Allgaier in the 4 car. Arp Quick, 97 Lacombe, and Chapman, I believe, side by side as they battle for second and third. Up front, it's Allgaier. Allgaier just dominated that first heat race, and he's off quick, and looks like he's got the same thing in mind for the feature. All right, it's Chapman in second, and Lacombe in third. Up front, Allgaier. This is your 600 restricted wing class right here. All right, Jude Allgaier continues to stretch it out down the back stretch. Jude the Dude, as he is sometimes known. And yeah, he's off and running quick. Chapman in second. Third is Lacombe. That is your way they run. 3 cars on the track right now, but Jude Allgaier is the man making the time around the track. All right, let's see the driver. If you're 10 years old, you're a man if you're behind the wheel of that car, but nonetheless, he is your driver making the hay right now. All right. Not going to be long. You're going to be seeing these youngsters up in the bigger sprint cars. Our racing almost anything for that matter, but they're getting a lot of great experience racing in this class, traveling all over the country. We were lucky to bring them down, put on a show for you here at South Texas Race Ranch this weekend. And the man putting on the show is up front. That is Jude Allgaier. As he rolls around once again, puts another lap in the book in the 4-car as the leader. Chapman is still second, and Lacombe is still third. All right, that's a full straightaway lead now for Jude Allgaier in the 4. He hadn't backed off a whole lot, even though nobody's really giving him any pressure. Second place is Chapman. Third place still Lacombe. And this one's getting near the end. All right, 2 to go as we roll by. Jude Allgaier takes it. He's away. Got a hold for 2 more laps, and he will put a victory in his pocket to take home back to El Campo. All right, white flag is out. Jude Allgaier takes it one more time around. And Jude Allgaier continues his domination as he, once again, big-time winner Jude Allgaier in your winner in your 600 restricted 600 wing class. Second place goes to Chapman. Third place goes to Lacombe. And Jude Allgaier showing all kinds of speed tonight. Pretty much held the same line every lap around. Very consistent and very fast. And let's see. Yeah, he's going to stop right here right now. So we'll turn it over to Owen Pittman when he gets down there. Let him talk to young Mr. Jude Allgaier, who has earned a victory here tonight at the South Texas Ranch in the Restrictor 600 wing class in the sprint cars.
All right, Jude picking up the big win there. All right. Jude, he's only 10 years old, El Campo, Texas driver, been racing all over the country. Hey, Jude, come here and talk to me, buddy. You didn't get to have your interview over here. Come here. Hey, first actual race other than go-karts at the race ranch for the 600. What'd you think, bud?
It was good.
It was good, y'all. Hey, I'm going to hand you the mic. Give them your sponsors.
Dam Services, Allgaier Incorporated, my dad, Weldon Buford, Septic Fit, Joe's Auto Sales, 317 Awards, MVT, Brandel Farms, WR1 Sim Chassis, BLS Construction, Chris Staff Construction, Trustway Solutions, and that's it. Let's go, Brandon.
That's his normal catchphrase there. I was waiting for that one, folks. All right, Jude Allgaier, your winner. We're about to bring out our micro mods.
I won't write on it. I'm not allowed to write that. I might think it, but I don't write it.
All right, micro mods coming out. Still got a few more pictures to catch here.
Yeah, I've heard that one before up here. Ink was all dried. Oh, yeah.
We have someone else in charge that really likes the stairs.
Why ain't that crazy about it? Not right now. I get to take this boot off.
You can have those.
I'll give him
Always tell him he has more sponsors than Kenny Wallace. Kenny Wallace is always doing videos for him, and Bobby Pierce. So always tell him he's got more sponsors than Kenny. And only 10 years old, so. All right, Larry, you know who's coming out next in the micros?
So you have the 305 wing sprint?
A couple more features and it's sprint car time, guys. We got a couple more in them sprint cars.
No worries, Larry. I'll give them right back.
Oh, no. We're all good. All right, everybody. We're ready to go back to racing here. And we're running the E-Mini Mod classes up next, and this will be their feature race of the evening. We have your starting lineup right here, right now, and we'll give it to you. Starting on the pole, Andy Anderson in the 56 from Mathis, Texas. Starting second, Bill Dunker in the 21. Rolling off third is Corey Harding in the 59. Fourth place starter, T.J. Boyd in the number 72. Starting fifth, Steve Loy in the 15. And Michael Lindsay, we're hoping that Michael Lindsay gets back on the track. He didn't even make a lap in the heat race. But he is there, and he will be starting in the number 6 spot. And he is out on the track, so he's a car to watch, even though he's going to start in the back. When he has that car hooked up and running right, he is a tough one to handle. So Michael Lindsay back on the track now in the 8. Up front, once again, leading them around, Andy Anderson. He won your feature. He is on the pole. Next to him is Bill Dunker, who started in the back for our heat race, and he drove it all the way up to second, so he starts second. And once again, we have the Sames Ford Pace Truck leading the mini mods around. Caution light is out, so somewhere on the back stretch, our beautiful Sames Ford Pace Truck will pull in. Well, let's pull it in right now, and we're going to let these mini mods do some racing. All right, it's Andy Anderson in the 56. He controls the pack as he brings them through 3 and 4. Looks like he's anxious to get going. He's ready to go right now. Here we go, feature race, mini mods. We're off and rolling. Up front is 56, Andy Anderson. Bill Dunker on the outside of the 21. The 59, that is Corey Harding. Keep an eye on the 8 ball. He looks like he's still having trouble with that car. He's not keeping pace very well. Up front is Andy Anderson. He's off and running. Bill Dunker on his outside. Bill Dunker started, like I say, last in the heat race, drove all the way up to second and challenged Andy Anderson for a little bit. Well, he starts right now side by side with him, and he now holds into second spot. So up front it is Anderson, Dunker, and Harding in the 59. That's the way your front 3 race right this minute. It looks like Lindsay may have finally got that 8 ball rolling, and we'll keep an eye on him in the red 8 ball car. Up front, side-by-side action as we run through 3 and 4. Anderson on the inside, on the outside is Bill Dunker. Dunker's had high side speed. He makes that work. He takes the lead as we go off into 3 and 4, and Dunker's 21 looks very strong. Anderson in second, Harding in third, Lindsay in fourth. All right, Dunker showing a lot of speed in the 21. 56, Andy Anderson running second, Harding is third. Lindsay starting to close in on the top 3 a little bit. In the 8. I think he's going to have a hard time finding that 21 car up front, but second and third are within his grasp. All right, it's still Dunker in the 21, Anderson and Harding. Lindsay on the outside looking in from the top three. All right, we get halfway this time by for Bill Dunker. He gets the halfway signal, so we're halfway through on this race. And Dunker showed speed early, and he has definitely got speed tonight. Anderson's starting to pick back up a little bit in the 56 car in second place. He's closing that gap a little bit down now as he closes in a little bit on Dunker. Caution, caution out. All right, Michael Lindsay forgot that, that yellow light means slow down there for a second, but he's figured it out now. So we're going to have a restyle, single file restyle that is. Once again, you'll see the cone come into play at the start-finish line. Nobody passes until they get past the cone. It'll be Bill Dunker leading to that cone in the 21. Second place is Andy Anderson. Third place is Harding in the 59, and Michael Lindsay in the 8. Will be your top 4 as we get a restart. And caution light is out, so the restart is on. And away we go. Let's do it. There we are. 21, Bill Dunker off into turn number 1. Second place is Andy Anderson in the 56. And third is Harding in the 59. And Bill Dunker not slowing down one little bit. All right, it is Anderson in second place, Harding in third. Dunker is in a solid lead position as we run through 3 and 4. And up front, it's still Dunker. Oh, big problems for Dunker as he goes into 2. Something gave up there. I don't know if it's the motor or what, but yeah. All of a sudden, he was dead in the water in turn number 2. And he's taking a fast car into the pits. His night is done. So everything changes now. Bill Dunker's gone. And the lead moves to Andy Anderson in the 56. And, we got another one slipping around over there. May have gotten a little oil over there in turn number 2 because 59 lost the back end big time going through turn number 2. So could have a little bit of an oil slick over there. There's Michael Lindsay in the 8-ball car. Moves into second spot now. All right, let's watch. Yeah, it's a little bit slick over there in turn 2, looks like, because 59 Harding has had trouble the last 2 times. That's about where the motor let go on Dunker's car. All right, white flag one more time. Here we go. Andy Anderson with the lead and looking for a win. Michael Lindsay in the 8 is running second. All right, cruising to victory now. A little bit of a surprise for Andy Anderson. He looked like he was going to have to settle for second, but he takes the win. There it is, 56. Andy Anderson is your leader. Michael Lindsay coming home second. Running out the top 3 is 59. That is Corey Harding. So nice run. Didn't quite make it to the end for Bill Dunker, but nonetheless pays off for Andy Anderson, who registers a win.
How about Corey Harding coming out and finishing third after racing sailboats all week? They all been sailboat racing. How many of y'all been sailboat racing down there? Hell yeah. Race something, by God. Here he comes, and you hear y'all, Andy Anderson, folks. Hey, Andy, looked like Bill had a few problems. He got out there a little bit on you and had some problems. Sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, I think he was going to get me there, but I think I don't know why he blew up his radiator hose or something, but got a little slippery on him.
10-4, good racing. Anybody you want to thank for getting out here and doing this?
Maybe my wife and my kids.
10-4, Andy Anderson, folks. All right, next up, our 600 non-wing cars. Then we got our pure stocks and our SUS Southern United sprint cars. They're out here turning 13-second laps earlier. Woo, track has done nothing but get faster, so. We put about 160,000 gallons this week on this racetrack, thanks to Water Truck Rentals and the Powell family, Charlie Powell and Eli and them guys coming out and helping me put a lot of water on this thing. So let's see if we can't get these non-wings out.
The guy wasn't here last week, so first time I missed a race, I was out with COVID. I show up here and say, what's this shit? All year I've been asking for a light, and one week I'm not here, I come back and there's lights all over the place. All right, everybody, we are moving right along. We got another feature race in the sprint car division. We're looking at the 600cc non-wing micros. They are stepping out on the track, and this is the way they're going to line up. Starting in the pole position will be Laramie Lacombe out of Alvin, Texas. Next to him will be Weldon Buford, also from Alvin. Lacombe is in the 97, Weldon Buford in the 01. Starting third, Blake Moeller, Garden Ridge, Texas in the 88. Starting in the 4 spot, Lawrence Mann, Corpus Christi in the 29M. Starting fifth will be Sean Wilkins out of Baytown. He drives the 75. Starting sixth, Riley Shepard out of Houston in the 93. Seventh place starter is Andy Van Blarkum from Corpus Christi, Texas, 71P. Starting in the eighth is Dustin Maxwell, Baytown. 22 is his car number. All right, they're following the same Ford pace truck around. And this is going to get real fast, real quick. Real fast, real quick. Laramie Lacombe is up front. Weldon Buford, they went right to the start-finish line before they decided who was going to win that heat race. And I expect the same as we now move into the feature. Caution lights are out. And they're jockeying around a little bit, but they are in position, look like. We're going to come slowly toward the start-finish line as the pack is in the hands of Mr. Laramie Lacombe from Alvin, and Weldon Buford of Alvin also in the front row. All Alvin front row. There goes the green flag, and away we are running for our feature race in the 600cc non-wing micros. And up front, it is out in a hurry. Let me make sure who it is. These little cars, hard to see the little numbers. Right up front, it is Weldon Buford in the 01. Lacombe in the 97 is second. These two took it right down to the start-finish line in the heat race. Looks like we're going to have a repeat in this one, except this time it's Weldon Buford out front in the 01, and he is stepping on out front. Buford in the 01, Lacombe in the 97. All right, we got one around, and we got one in the wall. We may have two in the wall. We got one on its side. We got all kind of action down in between turns 1 and 2. We have a red flag. We got a car upside down, and it's a little ways over there, but as soon as we can get some details, we will let you know. But yeah, everything stops till we make sure that driver is okay.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. They all got up into the dust outside the racing surface, and when they do that, we couldn't even see him. I saw him roll over, but all I could see is a white cage going easy over. I don't think it was hard enough to hurt anybody, but hopefully the driver's fine. We'll get him out of there. They're checking on him now. Give us a radio signal. Well, Buford in that 01 flying. Laramie Lacombe, your second place guys, one went around, causing those guys to get up in the dust to avoid when it did. There's just no traction up there as you're flying around this place at less than 16 seconds a lap. Driver's good. He's going to race on, guys. Driver's good. Here we go.
All right, looks like we've got our car off the wall and rolling. Didn't look like a violent roll. It kind of rolled over in slow motion, but anytime a car rolls, you're always concerned about the driver. And we've moved now from a red light to a yellow light, so caution is out on the track. We'll get everything organized, make sure everything is clear track-wise, get them grouped back up and ready to turn them loose again. All right, once again, even in the sprint cars, we're going to start them single. All right, we're getting them organized now. All right now, as we run, your top four look like this. Weldon Buford in the 0-1. He is your leader. Second place is Laramie Lacombe. He is in the 97. In third spot, Lawrence Mann in the 29M. And in fourth, Andy Van Blarken in the 71P. And that is your lineup set. As we get ready to go back to green, the caution light is out. And we're waiting on Weldon Buford to say, hey, boys, it's time to go. And, hey, boys, it's time to go. Here we go. We're away and rolling. Weldon Buford up front. All right, going with him is Laramie Lacombe. He has second spot now. And that looks like kind of where we left off. But now we have a Charger coming up in, we got caution. Caution out on the track. All right, we're going to turn them loose next time by as we've got the caution is off. Caution light is out, so we're going to be ready for some green flagging. All right, here we go. Way and running. Weldon Buford is off, picking up right where we left off. Second place is Laramie Lacombe. Third spot now. We've got a player there in third. He might be somebody to contend with. I believe that's 29, Lawrence Mann in third. He moved up there like he's going to challenge for a second, but he's falling back a little bit. Weldon Buford in the 0-1. He's not falling back at all. He has the lead, and he is making the most of it. Second place is still Lacombe. Third place is Mann, Lawrence Mann. All right, Weldon Buford wasted no time getting around this one. He has the lead. Second place in the 97 is Lacombe, who won the heat race early, but not this time, don't look like. Third spot is Mann still in the 29M. Riley Shepard is now in fourth in the 93. Riley Shepard has taken over the fourth spot. All right, there's no doubt who's taking over first place. He is continuing to step on out. And second place is Lacombe. Third place is Mann as we run right now. One more time by for your leader. That is Weldon Buford. got a little bit of something going on for third spot. First place, forget about it. He's done checked it out. Man's in third. Second place is Lacombe. There may be a race there yet as Man closes in, coming into turn 4, and comes out of turn 4, getting a little closer. Nobody getting close to your leader, Buford. He's up front. He's just rolling along. All right, right now, Man in the number 29. He is. All right. Oh, and we just lost another motor right there, going into turn number 3. It looked like our second place runner. That was Laramie Lacombe. He lost it, and he has stopped over the top of turn number 4. He was having a good, strong race in second, but didn't have much for Weldon Buford, but that's going to be an unfortunate ending to a pretty good night. All right, unfortunate time for Laramie Lacombe, driver from Alvin, Texas in the 97. He lost that one. Engine on that one going into turn number 3. Brought it to a halt up here at the entrance to turn 4. We need to secure that car off the track, and we can wrap up this one. This is the 600cc non-wing micros feature race of the evening. So up front is Weldon Buford in the C1, the 01, excuse me. He has, there's been no doubt about who was in number 1 in this one. All right, we've pretty much got that car off. We got Mr. Lacombe's car is off, so we got the caution lights out. We're going to go green next time by. Going green. Going green. It's time for the green. Let's go. Here we go. Weldon Buford in first. We got a new second place car now. All right, the battle right now is second place up front. Forget about it. Looks like 97 in second, 29 in third. All right, 1 to go. White flag as we go by. That's all about Weldon Buford. It's been the Weldon Buford show all night in this one. Weldon Buford rolls it across the start-finish line. He takes the victory. Second place, so it looks like 97. Third place, 29. Looks like Lacombe second, and Man is third. And number 71, Andy Van Blarcom. All right, that was Buford. Weldon Buford. He got second in the heat race, but we ain't heat racing now. He done put it together here for our feature race in the evening, and he takes home a victory. Weldon Buford out of Alvin, Texas.
Did y'all notice as he did donuts, he held the steering wheel out the window? That's his signature move. I'm over here yelling on the receiver to stop, and he made me realize, hey, dummy, I got to go do my stuff. So I get it. Weldon Buford, give him a round of applause, folks. Man, that thing's a rocket ship turning into 15-second laps out here at the race ranch. It's pretty much unheard of. We usually don't see full-size sprinters go that fast. So, hey, Logan, before you get into pictures and all that, let's have a quick word, man. Thank you again for supporting the race, coming down here and racing with us. What do you think this first time you ever been on the race ranch?
Yeah, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. It was perfect. The racing was good. I wish we had a couple more guys out of here to battle with, but it was a great racetrack. I can't wait to have full field out here. It's going to be fun and real dicey on this track.
Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully we can get them all to come some point and get them full fields you're used to. I tell you what, I watched you online last week a lot, or last few weeks, setting some fast times around Kansas, Oklahoma. You've had this thing really rolling lately.
Yeah, it has. We've been just constantly doing R&D and trying to make these pace chassis faster and finding every speed. And man, it's working. We've been putting our heads down and working, and it's starting to show. So we're going to keep digging and keep finding more speed.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you, I've seen them folks put some fast times around the country with some of the best. So who helps you? I know Pace Chassis South, and thank them for putting some money on this race. But who helps you get this done, man?
I got to thank the car owner, Chase Cook, then Jeffrey Allgaier over here. He's the main man, helps keep everything going. Jude the Dude, Jeffrey Allgaier Racing, or Jude Allgaier Racing, sorry. I've been having a blast traveling with these guys, and we've all been learning a lot together. I got to thank CMT Motorsports, Seabolt Oil and Company, New Caney Hose and Supply, K&K Earthworks, and SBS Suspension, and Smith Titanium.
Weldon Buford, y'all.
Those little bastards are flying.
Gorgeous. It's amazing.
Yes, so keep that. You tend to keep that mic up.
Yeah, yeah.
That other guy, he must have it up all the time. Normally he's in here with you.
Yeah.
Because I can't hardly ever hear him.
Are you taking notes with Peggy?
I don't need no notes. Just need to say green, green, green.
I want somebody that I don't have to talk to.
There's only green or yellow.
I like talking to people. Come on now. Learn it. Be hired to be your part-time gig.
I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks for sure.
Two. Okay, so you do all this motorcycle bartending shit. Do you have a motorcycle yourself?
I normally ride it here, but it's in Missouri. I'm like, I'm having withdrawals. I'm like, put some handlebars on the steering.
All right, everybody, get ready because we got one of our feature races of the evening. That is the Pure Stocks. We got
Hang on a
13
second, Larry.
entries on.
Seen Tanner Whitmire and Tripp and them guys out all night. There's Tanner in the golf cart right there. They're all headed to Millbridge in North Carolina to race go-karts, I think, this week. So if you got flow racing, you can catch Millbridge and catch Whitmire and Algar both out there at Millbridge this next week. So if you got flow racing, check them out. All right, give them the Pure Stock lineup for our main event.
All right, let's get ready for the Pro Line Pure Stocks feature race of the evening. This will be 20 laps of racing. Starting on the pole will be Curtis King driving the number 42. Starting second, Jerry Walters in the 127. Rolling off third, Hudson Maklachek. He's driving the 32. Starting fourth will be Stephen Whitaker the third in the 88W. Starting fifth in the 88 will be Bobby Jack. Sixth place starter, Dennis Folkerts in the 139. Starting seventh, Jamie Deere. He drives the 15D. Starting eighth, Shane Sturts, 71. Starting ninth, J.C. Paul Jr., Corpus Christi in the 4J. 10th place starter, Alexis Powell. She's driving that number 9. Starting 11th, Sebio Garcia. He is in the number 2 car. 12th place starter is Chris Vincent in the 18R. And bringing it up in the rear, starting 13th, Christopher Cox out of Corpus Christi in the 78. All right. Got the two guys that ran 1 and 2 last week's feature race. They're starting 1 and 2 in this race. Jerry Walters was the winner. Curtis King was in second. Now it's Curtis King starting on the pole in the 42 with Walters on the outside. Hudson Maklachek in the 32. Right behind him, Stephen Whitaker, young Stephen Whitaker III in the 88W. We got some hard charging cars up front there, so this should get interesting really, really quick as the Sames Ford Pace truck leads them around. Caution light is out. All right. Looks like Curtis King going to take his time leading them around. The pace truck is off. Curtis King controls the field. Curtis King is where he wants to be. He likes that inside line. He sets that car up to run on the inside, and it runs there very, very well. All right. Curtis King, what do you say? Think it's time to go? Curtis King says time to go. Here we are. We're racing feature race in the Pure Stocks. All right, our two leaders go through 1 and 2 side by side. Curtis King on the inside, right where he likes it. He takes the lead going down the backstretch. Jerry Walters going to work that outside higher line. He's going to try to make his move around as we go through 3 and 4. Side by side at the start-finish line. King and Walters as we go down into 1 and 2 once again. They're still side by side. Walters taking the high side. Curtis King on the inside. Yeah, looks like Jerry Walters in the 127 might be in a position right now to take the lead. They're still side by side as they go through 1 and 2. Once again, Walters on the outside seems to have the advantage, but King fighting back on the inside. He'll have the advantage as we go into 3 and 4. Here we go again, side by side, start-finish line. Walters leads the lap, but Curtis King not going away. Third place right now is Stephen Whitaker III. And number 2, Sebio Garcia doing a little smoking. Up front, King now takes the lead as they strayed back and forth. One on the inside, one on the outside. The 78 car goes way up high. That is Christopher Cox. May have made some contact over in turn number 2, but he's still on the track. We're still green, and we still got a battle for first place. Here we go, back at the start-finish line. Once again is Curtis King with the lead, but second place, Jerry Walters right there. Third place, Stephen Whitaker III in the 88. Hanging on to third. We got the battle of the 88s now as Bobby Jack also in the 88 now. Moves into fourth, 2 different 88s. Up front, it's still a big-time battle royal between Curtis King, Jerry Walters. King on the inside, Walters on the outside. All right, it's still side by side, has been this whole race for the lead. We got a car. Sturts is around over here coming out of 4. That is going to bring a caution out. Yeah, he stopped in a very bad spot there. So Shane Sturts is stopped or coming out of 4. And Shane Sturts is away in the 71 and rolling, but it has brought the caution out. So we're going to have to reset the field. All right, up front. Looks like, well, we're going to have to see. Looks like they're showing Walters in the lead with King in second. Third, Stephen Whitaker the third. Fourth is Bobby Jack. Your 5th place car right now is Jamie Deere, 15D. 6th is Hudson Maklachek in the 32. 7th is Folkerts in the 139. All right, we need to get Shane Sturts to the rear and 78, Christopher Cox, who pushed way up high about a lap ago and got lapped. All right, I think we're ready for some action. Here we go. Jerry Walters off to the lead. And we're going to pick up right where we left off. Curtis King, Jerry Walters. Stephen Whitaker in the 88 is running third. All right, Walters took a little bit of advantage out of that restart, and he now has separated himself from Curtis King a little bit. But Curtis King battling back, as always, on the inside. That is his spot he loves. And once again, we're back side by side for first place. King on the inside, Walters on the outside. We've seen that all race long. Stephen Whitaker III is in third, and Curtis King now makes some time up as he comes out of turn number 2 with the lead. Walters falls back to second. So it's been a while since we haven't seen him go by the start-finish line side by side, but Curtis King now in the 42 with the lead. Walters second in the 127. Third is Stephen Whitaker in the 88. So now it's Curtis King with the lead. So they've been side by side this whole race. Now Curtis King has stepped away from second place car Jerry Walters a little bit. Bobby Jack in the 88. And the very colorful 88. It looks like a one big 8, but it's an 88. He's in 4th spot. And Jamie Deere hanging on in 15D. He is in 5th. Curtis King continues with his lead as we get to halfway, this time by halfway. Jerry Walters still in second. And Stephen Whitaker III, he's looking for second place. Jamie Deere is looking for 4th place. Got a lot of racing going on as Curtis King continues to lead. He's got a lap car to deal with here in the number 78 of Cox. Curtis King continues to build on that lead. Well, we got one around. We got 2 of them around. That's Bobby Jack and Hudson Maklicek. I think everybody's away and rolling, and we're staying green. All right. All green, all good. Up front, it's still the same 3. King first, Walters second, and Whitaker third is running third. All right, Dennis Folkert's in the 139. He's putting some pressure on Jamie Deere right there for that 4th spot. Dennis Folkert's been a driver that's been coming on. Used to always run in the back. Here the last few races, he's making his way closer and closer to the front as we race. But up front right now is all about Curtis King. He has it, and he don't want to give it up. Second place is Jerry Walters. Third place is still Stephen Whitaker III. All right, Folker's now side by side with Jamie Deere. Almost. As that battle right now is the best battle on the track for the most part. That is for the 4th spot. Not much of a battle up front. Curtis King seems to have it. Jerry Walters still may play a role in this, but time is running out. Stephen Whitaker III is third there. Oh, Curtis King. Something happened to Curtis King. His 42 car pushed way up high in turn 2. Lost a lot of speed, a lot of momentum, and now is losing a lot of spots as he drops back to 4th. He drops back to 5th. Your new leader. Looks like he may have a flat tire. Let's see. Yeah, he definitely has a flat tire. That going to try and run that out, but I don't think that's going to work. Up front, it is still Walters now with the lead. Whitaker in second. Third place is now Jamie Deere. And Curtis King gives it up, pulls it to the inside. Unfortunately, he was having a very good race, but flat tire has ended his evening. And now it's Jerry Walters' race in the 127. Defending champion in this class. All right, he rolls past the start line. 2 to go. All right, so 2 to settle this. I think first place is settled. Second place may be up for grabs as Stephen Whitaker III has it. Jamie Deere, always a contender in any of these races, is running in third. Dennis Folkert's in 4th. All right, there's your white flag. One more time around. Up front, it is Jerry Walters. Second place, it is Stephen Whitaker. Third is Jamie Deere. Does Deere have anything for second? First place has been decided. Here he comes, 127, Jerry Walters, taking the victory in the feature race tonight. Second place goes to Stephen Whitaker III. Third place, Jamie Deere. And that's the way they finish it up in your feature race. This is your Proline Pure Stocks. And big victory for He battled Curtis King last week for the win, and once again battles Curtis King again, although Curtis King was ahead, but the flat tire ended his race. And so here comes your winner right here, Jerry Walters in the 127. Gonna do a burnout tonight. Yeah, Jerry Walters got lots of money for tires.
And out of the smoke emerges Jerry Walters. Kids are happy. Come here, kickball queen. Woo! Man, this is going to be the second time tonight I said it. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I'm just saying, Curtis King was rolling tonight, buddy. What do you think?
Yes, sir, he was. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he broke or what, but we took advantage of it.
Man, he's old, half blind, eats a lot of brisket, and you took advantage of him? That's sorry.
Hey, what lap was that?
That was about 3 to go.
Okay, well, he said he was only good for 17, so that's his problem.
All right. Well, there you go, Curtis. You've been called out. So, hey, Jerry, tell us about it, man. It looked like a good race. It was a good race. Y'all had a lot of side-by-side laps that were fun to watch for the crowd and all of us. What'd you think? The top go away a little bit on you? Because I think the top's getting better. What did you think there?
No, the bottom got slimy, and just same as last week. I was either going to settle for second or let's go to the top.
There you go. I tell you what, that was a hell of a run. Who do you got to thank to? And thank you for the burnout. Sorry about my little conversation over the receiver, but hey, who do you got to thank, buddy?
Everybody at Dirty Bodies, James Parks, JP3, Proline, Ace Transmission, Hangry Trucking. Last time I forgot my work, Sames Ford. And where's Bruce at? Again, Ace Machine. There you go.
All right, y'all. Hell of a crowd tonight here to watch Jerry Walters get it done, folks. Let's get a couple pictures for the caller times. Here you go. Grab the sign. I got it, Lynn. You get ready. Next up, our Southern United Sprint cars will be making their way out. Hey, y'all move and let the number be seen. Even if you do mind, just don't mind. I get it. Hey, you boys help. This is where y'all's job is. Hold the sign. His daughter Addison runs, helps us in the concession. Can't thank her enough. She came down and take a picture with Dad.
Good, thank you.
We'll see how well this hookup works. Come on. This is the backup hookup.
Backup hookup. All right. That sounds iffy.
We're gonna test it.
All right, time to roll out the Southern United Sprint cars. This is what y'all came for.
I'm in on it.
They always come with a great opening here, so here we go.
I'm ready. Let's do it. Gate face is on.
You got to hurry and get you a cold beer. 3 races left. Sprint cars, factory stocks, limited modifieds is all we got. And then we go live, Riptide in the turn 5. Man, we'll have a great night tonight. So sprint cars, as you know, they don't start on their own. They have no starter. Direct drive, motor to rear end. There's just a drive shaft between them. So you don't have a clutch to push in and have a starter. So they're going to push them out. We're going to put some flags on them. We're going to kick them off, and we'll have a great intro here. Go ahead, Larry.
All right, everyone. This one is going to be awesome. As if we haven't had enough awesome racing already tonight, this is going to be fantastic. Words hard to explain. Sit back, relax, because you're going to be ready to get on your feet here in a few minutes. This is your feature race of the evening in the sprint car classes. This is the 305 Wing Sprints. 13 of these fantastic cars on the track. And here is your starting lineup for this evening. Starting on the pole, number 76, Daniel King out of Conroe, Texas. Next is Tyler Harris. Vidor, Texas, drives the 24. Starting third, Willie Reed, Anderson, Texas, in the 3W. Rolling off fourth, Jacob Harris, Vidor, Texas. 26 is his car number. Starting in the fifth spot, Rod Craddock out of Alvin. He drives the number 7. Starting in sixth, Teresa Waller out of Conroe. She drives number 3. Rolling off 7th is Chris Hansen. He drives a 35. 8th starter, Kent Lewis Sr. out of Willis, Texas in a 22L. Starting 9th, Christopher Townsend out of LaPorte in the 6th. Christopher Townsend had a little bit of a tough go in the heat race. He was the winner last week, so we'll see what he's got. Local driver Andy Van Blarkum in the 15P. Starts 10th. 11th star position belongs to Steve Leggio out of Corpus Christi. He is driving the 11th. 12th place starter, Trey Schmidt out of Houston in the 12. He had a rough go also in the heat race. Trey Schmidt is the last two-time defending champion, including the last 2 years he has won the championship. 13th is Isaiah Garcia in the 17G. Came out earlier. Really didn't get going, came out and ran some hot laps, so we're assuming Isaiah Garcia from Arlington, Texas in the 17G is good to go.
All right, we got to stop them, get the flags off, and then we'll be ready to go, folks. Man, it's going to be a show right here. Keep your eye on this one. So they redrew. So just because you won the heat, you don't know where you're going to start and watch that 17G. He didn't make the heat, Larry. He was broke down, but I tell you what, that kid right there can wheel a sprint car like you would not believe. So super excited to see him back in the race. And the Harris boys, man, we got a field of good quality cars here. They're going to put on a hell of a show. It's super excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Just looking back in time, we have 3 defending champions in this one here tonight. Plus, we have, of course, our winner from last week. That was Christopher Townsend. He had a little trouble early on, went to the pits early, but we assume he probably got that straightened out. Number 12 car right there, that is Mr. Schmidt. He has won the last 2 championships, so he's a car to keep an eye on right now. The number 12, Trey Schmidt. He's won the 2021 and the 2020 championship, so keep an eye on him. Right now, he's 3rd place in points with only 13 out of the lead. Your leader right now in points is one of the Harrises. Jacob Harris has the lead in points. He drives that number 26. And Daniel King, well, we need to take note of him. He won his heat race big time, 76. He is a 3-time champion in this series, and he is currently 2nd in the point standings for this season. So a lot on the line here for these drivers tonight. Yeah, there's money on the line, and there's a trophy on the line, a unique trophy from 317 Awards. But there's also a season-long championship on the line. All right, these guys are going to get pushed away and get rolling, and we're going to go racing here just real quick. This one's going to go by fast and furious and should be a lot of fun. All right, we get everybody away, and if we had to redraw, then we need to see who's where. We'll take a look at that right quick here. Oh, yeah. All right. Trying to get the 76 off. Well, we got Daniel King fired up. He's the last one to get rolling. And 76 Daniel King is away and rolling. So everybody's rolling. So we'll get them lined up and we'll turn them loose, and you can get ready to get on your edge of your seat and watch some fantastic 305 Sprints, wing sprint cars put on a show for you. All right. We've got the same sport pace truck pulling off on the back stretch. Getting everybody lined up where they need to be. And it's just a matter of moments. All right, the new starting lineup up front, number 22. That is Kent Lewis Sr. Let's say they did a redraw, so we're going to have to reset the lineup here a little bit, but we know Kent Lewis Sr. in the 22 is up front. We'll catch the others as they come by.
The lights are going out. Here we go. Race fans, this is what it's all about. Your Southern United Sprint Cars, who you came to watch.
All right, sprint car racing time. Turn it loose. Here we go. All right, up front, it's Kent Lewis on the inside, on the outside. I don't know who that is. We'll get their number as they come by this time. That is the number 24. That is Tyler Harris. Tyler Harris now taking the lead and moving it on out. Daniel King is in the 76. He now moves in the 3rd spot. All right, Daniel King is the car on the move. The 76 blue and white 76 car. He is running that high side. He is making it work. Oh, Daniel. Well, I said he was making it work. Lost it a little bit as we're running into some loose sand over there as they get up too high, loose dirt over in turn 2. All right, up front. It is Tyler Harris, and Tyler Harris has checked it out in the 24. Second place is Kent Lewis in the 22. Running 3rd is the 7 car. That is Rod Braddock. 4th is Daniel King in the 76. All right, caution is out. Caution is out. We got one up on the wall in turn.
Caution's out for the 15P. Andy Van Blarkham going around over there in turn number 4. You see him sitting sideways on the track. How about them Harris boys out front? By the way, the 22, Lewis, That young man's about 75 years old, the second place driver. Keep an eye on him. He's Kent's been around a couple of years.
All right, 24, 22, and 7 running 1, 2, 3. That is Tyler Harrison, the 24. The 22 is Kent Lewis, and the 7 is Rod Craddock. That's your top 3 right now. As we get the crew over to check out the car that's up against the wall over in turn number 4. All right, that looks like the 15P was the car. That was local driver Andy Van Blarcom that was up against the wall over in 4. He's away. He is rolling. And we'll get everybody lined up and ready to go again. Everybody's done seen what Tyler Harris is capable of in that 24. He just said adios, and he was gone. So everybody else is going to have to find a strategy to deal with that. All right, caution lights are out, so next time by, we're going to show them the green. The cone is in play, and that means we're going to do a single file restart. Tyler Harris in the 24 is first. Lewis in the 22 is second. Third is Craddock in the 7. Fourth is Daniel King in the 76. All right. He's leading them slow through 3. He's leading them slow and high through 4. Time to come on down to the start-finish line. Let's go. Off and running, Tyler Harris. He's making that move on out. Again, we got a pretty good race back into the pack for second and third and fourth and fifth. And there's a car making a 2-car pass. I'll make it a 1-car pass. Yes, that is the number 26. That is Jacob Harris in the 26, trying to catch up with his brother. And, well, he may have a shot at going there right now as he's battling for second. He takes second away from Kent Lewis. So it's Harris up front in first, Harris in second. Third is Lewis, fourth is Craddock. And we got a car up high against the wall over in turn 4 again. Turn 4 proving a little treacherous tonight. Oh, and we got one rolling down the back.
Yeah, look like
two
that.
of them on their side.
That 3-car got the left front tore clean off of it. Man, we're under red flag, so we got one there. You can't see it because of the light much. But he's on his side over there, got upside down. We're going to stop him.
So that happened after the caution came out. We're going to go over and check that driver. Anytime a driver rolls, we need to go check that car out and make sure the driver is okay.
Driver's okay.
All right. Word has come down. Driver is okay. So we got 3 cars on the track we're dealing with right now. We got 2 over in turn number 3, 1 over here in turn number 4. So we've got to get all of that straightened out before we can go back to racing.
There we had multiple classes of sprint cars. We got multiple cars upside down tonight. So we had one roll with the micros earlier. He rolled at least 1 or 2 times. It drove off. Then we had one roll in the feature. And he drove off and raced. Now we got one upside down on the back straightaway over here.
Well, ideally, that's not the way you want to do things, but yes, we've had a few of them roll over tonight.
Yeah, most of the time, 4 wheels on the ground works better than 4 wheels in the air, I think.
Yeah,
it's a lot more fun to watch when they're 4 wheels in the air.
It's fun to watch for everybody except the guy that's in the car. But
I don't know, it's kind of exciting when you're in there, I bet.
Although
I never rolled a car, knock on wood. Holy
I have heard from a few guys that they enjoyed the ride while it lasted, but then they had to deal with the mess that was left over.
Yeah, I hear you. So, no, I raced for a little bit, never rolled a car, so I was lucky in my racing not to do that. So, and you never rolled a car in your racing. I watched you race while you were here. So, but the driver's okay. Is all that matters. The ambulance over there, just a precautionary deal. They're all over there deciding what they're going to drink afterwards or something. They're waiting on me to go down there and start yelling at them all. Just saying. Matter of fact, I have a radio for that.
All right, guys. Well, we got a little pause in action. We still got that $1 Dos Equis down there. You want to check that out. We still got racing to go after this one's over. So go ahead and place your order in. On your phone, you got two options to do that. We talked about them. One is Facebook page for South Texas Race Ranch, and also there's the QR code in your program. Also, speaking of the program, we want to make everyone aware that we're coming back racing here on August the 13th. We'll have the Sames Ford Back to School Bash. Don't forget about that. That is a huge one, especially if you got kids that are heading back to school. You'll come in with a list of school supplies, and you'll leave with a whole bunch of them, a whole bag full of big time pound of school supplies. That is done every year by Sames Ford as everybody gets ready to go back to school.
Hey, RC just brought me $40 to the rollover fund for that driver right there. $40 to the rollover fund. How the rollover fund works is you want to donate any money and get your business name or your own name called out. We'll give it all to that driver back there. Just tore up his stuff. So we got $40 right there on RC. Thank you, RC. Brett Lee just gave me some cash. Brett Lee on top of that. I got some more rollover fun with Don't Tell My Name, damn it. That's how I heard it.
The wife didn't approve of that donation.
Yeah, 10-4. I think I got some money in my pocket. I'll throw in on it. I sold some fuel earlier. Don't tell my wife.
No, that's what I said. I don't think the wife approved of that donation.
Sometimes the rollover funds are a little different to me. It's about just giving this guy some money back, but maybe we ought to just buy him beer all night. And they're $1 a piece. Oh, we got some coming over here. We got some rollover fund money coming for our sprint car driver. What number's back there anyway? SVL Vanities donating. Thank you, SVL Vanities. Laguna Cornhole Company. So, and Cincy Designs? Anna Cincy.
Anna Cincy Designs.
Thank you. Hey, so tell me more about the Cornhole Company real quick.
We make bags and boards, custom bags and cornhole boards.
Laguna Custom Bags and Cornhole Boards. Yes. We're going to have to get some Race Ranch boards from you guys. We'll be in touch. Number 7, that's number 7. Gulf Coast Plains Insurance donating to us here. Thank you, sir. Gulf Coast Plains Insurance. Look them up, guys.
Taqueria Mi Ranchito.
Taqueria Mi Ranchito. Here we go. My wife won't tell me why I'm donating this, but here. That's what he said, damn it. Jay's Gutters. Jay's Gutters right here at Corpus Christi? Yes, sir. Hell yeah, look up Jay's Gutters. Uh-oh, we got some young ladies now. She said, no, I don't want to talk. Who's it from? From all the girls? What are y'all's names? Oh, and the boy. He's like, hey, what about me? I'm a boy. Give me a name.
Liliana. Sophia. Adrian.
All right, thank y'all. Everybody want to help the racers out. I like it. I like it. Big Red Dr. Pepper. You can't drink those at the same time. You'll get gas. 2 Gavliks in Mathis, Texas. Love them 2 Gavliks over there in Mathis, Texas. Perfect. Got me a Laguna business card. I needed that. Matt Hole Home Inspection. Got some colors on. Heck yeah, tradesman. Matt Hole Home Inspection. Ingleside Chamber of Commerce. Heck yeah. Ingleside represented tonight, folks. City Auto Service, Taylor, Texas. They ain't from around here. Bell Furniture, right there on 37. Bell Furniture, look them up. Oh, you're bringing me beer? Oh, no money. Ben Dover? That was old Ben. Hey, Ben Dover showed up, y'all. Terry family. I love the Terry family. Those good folks right there. Terry family. Big O and Uncle Joe taking care of business over here. Oh, man, we got it all. We got Ben Dover here tonight. I can't believe that guy showed up. Hey, this dude made more money than the feature winner tonight. I'm just saying. We got more. Hold on, what? Andrews Distributing. Larry, is that your assistant? Nope. Andrews Distributing. What do you want me to say? Say it. Ask him. T-Rex Customs. Huh? T-Rex Customs? T-Rex Customs. He's over here hanging out with the two Gavliks hot rod shop there in Mathis, Texas. Just saw the sign for that today coming over here, and I was like, man, I didn't know that was where it was at. I knew it was in Mathis. I just didn't know where. That's the new one? Nice. So right there in Mathis, Texas. You need something automotive done. Them guys, Gavlik's been fixing automotive stuff for 20, 30, 40, I don't know, way too damn long. We built us a hell of a rollover fun for the young man that rolled that thing over down the back straightaway, but we're about to go back to racing here. Looks like we got a couple of youngsters working their way up. Tell me what we got here. We got the whiskey bent boy here. Ambient Air out of Orange Grove, Texas. Yeah, they fix all my stuff. Ambient Air, Trevor Barb family. Good people, good deal. So, Ambient Air, Orange Grove, Texas, represented. Well, we lost a few there, folks. I don't know that we lost anybody in this race until that, and you can see the damage sitting in the infield. So I can tell you one of those wings, Larry's probably $500 to $1,000 with aluminum prices nowadays. Might be more than that. So that wing's destroyed, but we got him a rollover fund. We're going to give that young man some cash. All right, the cone, folks, the deal is you can't pass till you pass the cone. Single file, we got the Harris brothers out front, Larry. The Harris brothers came here tonight to win races. They've been flying all night. And we got Mr. Lewis, Ken Lewis Sr. He ain't no slouch right there in third. Keep an eye on that young man. And then I tell you what, keep an eye on the sixth. Townsend, he won last week, and he's up to fourth. He is no slouch. And he will get out, and he'll tell you he don't like it when you run over his left front. I'm just saying.
All right, let's get ready for racing. Let's go ahead and set this reset our lineup now, as we've lost a few, but we still got a good class of cars out there. We got the Harris boys up front, the 24. That is Tyler Harris. He is in the lead, and following behind him will be Jacob Harris in the 26. Running third, the 22. That is Kent Lewis Sr. And the number 6 car, like we said, he started last. He's made his way up into the 4th spot. And that is, well, he didn't start last. He started 9th. Curtis Townsend. Curtis Townsend, the winner last week in Cleveland, Texas. And then comes Daniel King in the 76 car. He is running in 5th. Daniel King. Yeah, the number 3 car is running in 6th. That is Teresa Weller, I do believe. Looks like the 35 is behind her. That is Chris Hansen. And
hey, it's obvious there's a broke down car. Can I get somebody to push that guy real quick? Hello, we're all sitting up here waiting to watch sprint cars go in circles faster than this. How many of y'all want to see them go fast instead of slow? Exactly. We still got 2 great races, and it's narrowing in on 10 o'clock. I hate racing past 10 o'clock. So we're damn sure going to try to get this done. I don't think we can do it in 12 minutes, but we're going to give it hell. Fight? Who's going to get in a fight? That's a series promoter. Can't push a series promoter. Wow. Push, push.
All right, Isaiah Garcia gets his push off, and he got that 17G car rolling. He'll roll up and join the rest of the pack. Once again, it's Harrison Harris up front, Lewis in third. And in fourth, that's 6 car. Keep a close eye on that one. He's a good one, Curtis. That is Christopher Townsend, excuse me. Daniel King in the 76. Match number 12. He's back there a ways, but that's Trey Smith, and he is a last defending champion last 2 years. And, of course, once again, Isaiah Garcia, 17G from Harlingen. He will be joining the pack in the back. Also back there, we have the 15P of Andy Van Blarkum. All right, we have a red flag on the track, and it looks like one of the cars.
All right, so series promoter Randy Waller said the 17G isn't allowed to be on the track at this point, asking him to remove. We've told him on the receiver he will not leave the track, so we're going to throw a red. We have to re-push everybody. We're going to get a wrecker over there, get 17G off the track, and we'll go racing. We apologize, folks, and the series should apologize that we do not want to be here all night doing this. I'm a big fan. But when you're told to get off the track, it's time to go. Let's move on. Let's regroup and do the next thing. So that's part of racing. Let's go, guys.
All right, once again, we're going to have to get everybody a push start to get them rolling. As soon as we can do that, we should be ready to get this one moving again. I'm ready for some action. I don't know about you folks, but I came to see these guys race. I mean, they're beautiful cars, and I love to sit and watch them, but let's see some action. Could be interesting up front. You got the 2 Harris brothers, and they are darn fine racers, and right now they seem to be the 2 fastest on the track. But number 6 has moved up quite a bit, and he is definitely in the fray. That is Christopher Townsend. So it's going to be fun once we get back to racing. All right, looks like we're getting the 17G off the track now. 17G off the track. So we should be getting a yellow light coming on here soon. We've got all right, let's go. Let's go. Yellow light. Let's go.
I don't have the answer, folks. It isn't the Race Ranch call making this call. It's the series, so if you want to go talk to Randy Waller when you're done, you're welcome to. All I'm here to do is put on a show for you folks, and they're supposed to come in and support that with the races. So here we go. We're going to get them fired back up, and we'll go. Man, I'm a longtime friend of Isaiah and Don Arbambula, so I don't want to get in the middle of this deal, but I tell you that I don't know what went on there, and it ain't my business. The series says this is what's happening. That's what we do. We're going now because I was already on their butts. Let's go. I just want to race cars. If y'all came here to watch racing, let's give me a round of applause. Give me a hell yeah.
All right, let's get him rolling again. This is what we came to see. Once again, up front, it's the Harris brothers, first and second. We got Tyler in first in the 24. Second is Jacob Harris in the 26. Third is Lewis. Lewis is third. All right, here we go. We got a green flag, and we're rolling. All right, up front, the Harris on Harris action, and it's Lewis in third. Fourth now is the number 6 car. That is Christopher Townsend. All right, running in fifth is Daniel King in the 76. Up front is Harris. It is Harris. And it's Tyler Harris, the one that is making the way around leading the way around the field, but Ryan been able to pull away from his brother just yet. Third place still Kent Lewis, but he has got all kinds of trouble right behind him. That is the number 6 car as he makes his move for third spot down the backstretch. He does have it as we move into 3 and 4. That is Townsend now in the 6, moves into third spot up front. Jacob Harris starting to close in a little bit on his brother Tyler, but they need to keep an eye out for that number 6. That is Townsend. He's got nobody between him and the 2 Harrises up front now. All right, Jacob Harris starting to catch up with his brother Tyler. Townsend in third. Lewis back to fourth, King in fifth. Yeah, we got one way up high in turn number 4. That is Jacob Harris in the 26. That lost him a little momentum trying to catch his brother. And right now we got 1, 2, 3 back to fourth, all spread out pretty evenly as Daniel King pushes up way high out of turn number 2, but able to maintain his momentum. All right, it's Tyler Harris with the lead. Jacob Harris in second. Now the number 6 of Townsend. Townsend coming into play now. In third, looking for second perhaps. And a new 4th place car is the number 3 of Teresa Waller moves into 4th. She's in a battle now with Daniel King down the backstretch. Up front is still to the Harris brothers and Townsend. They're running 1, 2, 3. And Daniel King is taken back over that 5th place spot. 22, Kent Lewis is still your 4th place car. All right, it's still Harris up front. That is Tyler Harris. Jacob Harris second, 26. Third is the number 6 car. That is Townsend. They're your top 3. And they've pulled out a pretty good lead over everybody else as we hit the halfway mark right now as they roll past. Oh, that's not halfway. That was 2 to go. Excuse me. That is the white flag. White flag as they roll past. That is on me. The white flag. And it's a Harris on Harris battle now as it's closed up a little bit. We got one more lap to settle which Harris is going home with the trophy tonight. Tyler Harris has the lead. Jacob Harris in second. Townsend has third. Looks like checkered flag, checkered flag, checkered flag, and we are over and done. And your winner is the 24. That is Tyler Harris. Second place is Jacob Harris. In the 26th. Third place is the number 6 car of Christopher Townsend. And the Harris boys came to town and swept the races. That's the story of the 305 wing sprints tonight. So congratulations to both of the Harrises. And a great show by all of the 305 wing sprints. We're glad you came to town. We always enjoy this show, and we were not disappointed. But one guy is going to leave here with the trophy and the money, and that is Mr. Tyler Harris. And good run by Tyler Harris. And that'll close things up because his brother is the leader in the points, number 26, Jacob Harris. And now Tyler takes the win here, but unfortunately for him, he didn't make a whole lot of points up on him because his brother was in second. But there are your Harris boys and the Townsend car.
Hey, Brett Lee. Bring me that cash for the rollover fund, Brett Lee. There he is. How are them Harris boys? Picking up a case of Maxima Racing Oil. We got a gear bag inside the Turn 5 there made by ODS on-demand shirts. Brett, bring that money down for the rollover fund, please. Hey, Jacob, second place to your brother. I know there's no slouch there. I tell you what, he got high with about 2 to go. Were you watching? What were you thinking, man?
Well, if I hadn't done the same thing 5 laps prior, I could have got by him. But man, awesome track. Got to get up to the track crew and Randy for giving us a place to race. And thank all the fans for coming out. I love seeing a packed house. If we would have showed up to race and y'all wouldn't have been here, they'd have told us to go back home. So thank y'all for coming out.
All right. That's the second place. I'm going to grab the third place. Hey, Mr. Townsend, let me talk to you. I watched you out in the infield a little earlier. You weren't too happy. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about your race, man. You come from the back to the front. You had a bad heat. Tell me what it took to get to where you're at.
Well, if y'all really want to know, about halfway through we got here, our truck started smoking something with the turbo. I'm just happy to be here, see all y'all fans here. We've had a rough day, so I'm glad to see y'all here.
Yeah, I tell you what, I thought at one point you were going to throw your helmet, and I was thinking, man, those things are expensive. Don't do it. They cost more than a diesel to get here.
No, I ain't no Tony Stewart, but I ain't going to throw my helmet. It don't mean that much to me. I just hate getting wrecked under caution, but it's a part of it, and I'll take a third place from 9th. This is my fourth top 3 in a row, and I got a win last week, and so I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Picking up a win last week in a big race, and you don't know that you ain't no Tony Stewart. You're a young man. Just give it time. You never know. You can wing a few helmets, and these people would have thought you were a legend. But, hey, you got anybody to thank for doing this?
Yes, first I got to thank my mom and dad, my girlfriend. My girlfriend's grandpa and her mom came down to haul our trailer back home. Turbine Specialty Services, Keen Services, Kaiser Aluminum Wheels, DR2 Racing Engines, J&J Auto Chassis, everybody and anybody, RW Burke Trucking, and KH Suspension.
Hey, if your girlfriend's parents, grandparents come to haul your stuff home, hell yeah. Just saying, keep that one. Yeah, hang on, Tyler. Hang on, we're going to do a podium finish here, too. We still got to talk to our winner. Getting the pictures, Southern United Sprint feature winner, Maxima Racing Oils, IMCA Racing, hell yeah. Randy, here's the cash donated by all you great folks to the rollover fund for that gentleman that rolled over on the back straightaway. Thank you. Could you give it to him? So maybe he can get a half a wing out of it. Nowadays, the prices are so terrible. Get a wing board or something covered.
Give my house and 20 acres away in the bluff and find something else.
There's your top 3.
Satellite internet provider.
Yeah.
But it's $700
No,
up front.
I talked to Tyler. Tyler Harris, folks, your winner. I tell you what, Tyler, man, with 2 to go, I told Jacob, I said, hey, did you see him with 2 to go? Get way up there. What was going through your mind? Did you know Jacob was that close?
You can never count Jacob out, so I knew him being in second that he had to be breathing the fumes off my exhaust the whole time, but I knew I couldn't mess up, and luckily he had messed up, I guess, a few laps earlier, and that kind of helped me out. But man, we've had all kinds of issues this year. I flipped the thing 3 times already, and it feels good to finally do good for one night. So it's awesome, and thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate it.
Heck yeah. So who's older?
Jacob's older by 4 years.
Who's won more races?
I'll have to look and do some math on that one.
Yeah, 10-4. Hey, who do you got to thank I didn't get a chance to ask Jacob this. So who do y'all got to thank? You guys, y'all come out here and you bust your ass. You have a good time. You make all these races. Who helps y'all get that done?
My dad busts his butt all week long on the cars, but we have a bunch of sponsors: Low Lift Pumps, Marsh Waterproofing, Glenn's Express Collision, Harris Muffler and Brake, Limey and Glenda Collier, Kyle Turner, Trackside Motorsports, Lycon's Floors, Autolet Honey Farms, and Stephen Lane, and Willie's Racing Products. There's a bunch, but White Oak Tree Service. Thank you.
Hell yeah, read it off the car, guys. All right, how about the Harris boys? Give them a round of applause. We're going to send them off. Man, that was a great race, and the Harris boys made it all worth watching. Coming out, man, we got the factory stocks and the limiteds. Thank y'all for sticking around. We got 2 great races coming. I tell you, the factory stocks are as tough as they get at the race ranch anywhere. So we got factory stocks. We're going to follow that up with some limited modifieds, and our limiteds are the best in the state of Texas. I guarantee it. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we still got dollar beer. What the hell's wrong with that? You can probably get some of them homemade french fries in there if you really want some. Hey, Larry, tell them who's coming out with the factory stocks, Larry.
I think it's time for factory stocks. We're not done racing tonight by a long way. Stick with us, folks. It's going to get exciting. We got 12 fast cars in the factory stock class that are fixing to take the track right about now. Here's the way they're going to line up. Starting on the pole is Brian Rye driving the 154. Starting next to him would be Jared Maupin. He is in the 91. Third starter is Nathan Rahi. 25R is his car number. Starting in fourth will be the 41 of Joey Heineman. Fifth place starter Cody Leonard, Sinton, Texas, in the 12. Starting sixth is Dylan Kowalik out of La Vernia in the 29K. Seventh is Jet Johnson out of McAllen. He drives the 13J. Eighth is Jesse Sandoval. He is in the 7. Starting ninth, Triton Temple, 99. Starting 10th, EJ Gilpin in the 21B. 11th is Ryan Carlucci in the 34, and Chuck Perry brings up the rear in the 115. That is your starting lineup. This is your feature race Ames Ford Factory Stocks. Yes, the action never ends around here. We've had a lot of racing, but we've got more to come. We got one more after this one, so don't head out, folks. Just because the sprint cars are done, these guys put on one heck of a show, and they're here every week, and they deserve your applause as well.
Hey, I got added money for 10th place in this race right here. Margot Mendoza, Jim Wells County. That's where I live. I'm voting for her. She running for Justice of the Peace. Thank you, Margot and family. Jim Wells County, Justice of the Peace. Margot Mendoza, don't forget that. She's adding money to our purse tonight here at the Race Ranch. 10th place, going to make some extra cash out of Margot Mendoza. Also, Hunter Porter Racing throwing up. He ain't throwing up. He's throwing in. I apologize. Throwing in on our rollover fund. That's our man, Hunter Porter. Here we go, Larry.
All right, let's do some racing. This is the factory stocks. Off and running is Brian Ryan, the 154. He takes the lead going into one. Jared Maupin on the outside. Nathan Rahi right there. Yes, we have them side by side for second spot. Rye has the lead in the 154. All right, here he comes, Brian Rye leading him around. Second place is now Jared Maupin in the 91. Nathan Rahi is in third. And we got a pretty good group of about 5 cars breaking away from the rest of the group. That includes Heineman in the 41 and the 12 of Cody Leonard. They're all up front, but your leader is Brian Rye in the 154. All right, Maupin still second, Rahi still third. We got a good battle side by side for fourth. Looking on the inside, Jared Maupin looking to wear away around Brian Rye as we roll down the back stretch. All right, it's still Rye in the 154. Jared Maupin looking. Nathan Rahi in the 25R. He's also looking. How can I get around both these guys in one lap? And Jared Maupin loses a little bit of speed coming out of turn 2. And Nathan Rahi said, hey, best pick it up or I'm coming around. Could give him a little tap. All right, they're hooked up like train cars right now. Is in the lead is Brian Rye. Second, Jared Maupin. Third, Nathan Rahi. And
right here, I tell you what, watch that, Brian Rye. Here comes Maupin on the outside. I tell you what, it seems a little slower, but they're hauling butt, folks. Here comes Jared Maupin for the lead. Rahi going to try to follow him around the outside. Brian Rye right now is going, what the hell just happened? I'm running the bottom. I'm supposed to be winning it. It ain't working. I got to go to the top.
All right, Maupin now your leader. Second place is Rye, but Rahi is putting it to the back bumper of Mr. Rye right now, looking for a way on the inside as they go around through turn number 2. Up front, it is still Maupin. Looks like Cody Leonard in the 12 may want to join that group up front as he is moved into 4th, and he is moving up. All right, Nathan Rahi still looking for a way around Brian Rye in the 154, and Nathan Rahi in the 25R is second in the red car. Is now dropping back to 3rd as Ray. Oh, there's a little bump from Nathan Rye. He said, hey, I'm tired of trying to figure this out. Get out of my way. All right, Maupin starting to pull away a little bit. Rye in 2nd, Rahi 3rd. Cody Leonard is 4th, Heineman 5th. All right, well, they're battling for 2nd spot. Jared Maupin in the 91 is taking it on to another level as he has now got a pretty secure lead up front. As it continues to be the best battle on the racetrack is 2nd place, Brian Rye. 2nd place battle going on as we take the halfway signal right now as we go by the start-finish line. The cross flags mean we're halfway done. And once again, Rahi on the inside, on the outside. Rye has the speed down the backstretch. Rahi seems to close in and turns. And let's see how that works out. Gives another little bump. All right. A bump and dump almost there. Rahi is still trying to figure a way around Brian Rye in the 25R. Brian Rye in the 154. Also, Cody Leonard says, you want to see how it feels to be bumped? Here, I'll bump you. And Chuck Perry in the 115 here in the front stretch has got all kinds of problems. His car very, very slow. And we're still green. Chuck Perry way up high. Looks like Chuck Perry's going to make it to the pit entrance, and we got him 3 wide now as we are looking at that 2nd spot. Jared Maupin is still your leader, but Nathan Rahi trying his best. He's between 2 hard chargers there as well. And Cody Leonard in the 12 and the 154 of Brian Rye. And Jared Maupin in the 91 says, battle all you want. I've got this thing. Don't bother me. All right, Brian Rye gets a little bit of a break from the 2 guys that have been hounding him as they go to racing each other now. Cody Leonard looking for a way around Nathan Rahi in the 25R. All right, Maupin is still with a big lead. 2nd place is still up for grabs. Brian Rye has held it, but he's had all kind of challenge for that spot. All right, caution is out. Caution out on the track. All right, well, Jared Maupin did not want to see that caution. He had built up a pretty significant lead, and that has just disappeared as now he leads Brian Rye in 2nd place around. Nathan Rahi in 3rd and Cody Leonard in 4th. Joey Heineman in 5th is the way they line up. And it looks like the caution light is out. We have the cone in place. It was Jesse Sandoval in the 7 who was having his problems over here in turn number 4. We got his car off the track. And we're ready to go back racing as Jared Maupin leads him to the cone. And we're off and running. So Jared Maupin's big lead disappeared. So we see what happens now as Brian Rye goes after him. And let's see if he can hang with him this time, because Maupin opened up a big old lead, but Brian Rye had all kinds of people right on his back. All right, things are getting interesting all the way up front, all the way through the top 5. Brian Rye looking for a way around Jared Maupin. Jared Maupin, let's see, he has the speed going down the back stretch. He's going to take that 1st place and hold it. Brian Rye moves back into 2nd. 3rd runner now is Cody Leonard in the 12th car. Brian Rye looking on the inside as we go side by side at the start-finish line. Maupin and Ryan make a little contact between 1 and 2. And Brian Rye now has the lead as we go down into 3 and 4. Maupin on the outside, Brian Rye on the inside. All right, 2 to go. We got 2 laps to settle this. Up front, it's Maupin in the 91 and the 54 car. Brian Rye right behind him. Cody Leonard running third. Nathan Rahi is running fourth. All right, Maupin pulls out a little bit of lead now. In the 91, Rye right there with him. Cody Leonard, he's in play on this also. All right, last lap. This will settle things. Jared Maupin has to hold off Brian Rye. Brian Rye wants to hold off Cody Leonard. And Nathan Rahi's there in fourth. All right, here we go. Checkered flag is waving for our winner, Jared Maupin in the 91. Brian Rye, 154, runs home second. Third is Cody Leonard. Jared Maupin takes the victory.
Ooh, that was a good one. Tell you what, that caution made it tricky, folks. Maupin's car a little tight on the top. He's finding that moisture and the car don't turn. So what tight means is he's turning left, but it's going straight, baby. So a little struggle there out of Jarrett. He's going to make his victory lap. But I tell you what, he dropped it to the bottom, figured it out, and that's what this kid's good at, figuring out where do I need to go to win feature races. And that's what he does, win feature races. 2 weeks in a row right here for our factory stock winner, Jared Maupin. I got it. Hey, so Jamie Fuller used to win a lot of races at San Antonio Speedway and all kinds of stuff. Now he's pretty much just a car owner. He's not a dirt guy. He's an asphalt guy. What's it like to have a driver like Jared Maupin on your team, buddy?
It's the best thing you can imagine.
Really?
Good feedback always gives great feedback. And we talk about everything, and we agree on all of it.
Well, there you go. Hey, he's out of the car. Y'all give him a round of applause. Jared Maupin in the 91. Hey, I'm talking to your car owner there, and he told me you're awesome. Hey, but, well, we still got a pretty good crowd, man. I tell you what. What do you think? Give me some feedback. You come here with multiple cars every week that you can, and you race your ass off. Talk about it a little bit tonight. I tell you, you and Brian had a pretty good race. It looked like you got, and I told him before you could hear me, it looked like you got up on the top there, and the car got a little tight on you because it wouldn't turn. That's Gene Schock saying that too. But then you dropped it to the bottom. Car turned a little better. So what do you think there?
Yeah, I think after that restart, I got a little cautious. I backed up in my corner, I think a car length or two, and it got tight. So going in that last corner when I was side by him, it made me drive it in deeper, and the car did what it was supposed to do. So I think it was just me backing off with 2 to go and just trying to be cautious.
Oh, yeah, cautious with 2 to go never works, right, Lynn? But, hey, we got the 91 Limited coming up. Did you learn anything in this one here to help you with that one?
Yeah, track's pretty racy, pretty wide. I hope all the changes we made worked, and we don't got to make any changes now. So it's kind of roll the dice. Hopefully we made good changes, and hopefully we get that thing to the front.
Heck yeah! So, car owner, do I get approval on the track tonight? Usually he's either going to complain or be happy. Who do you want to thank?
I got to thank James Fuller for this hot ride. Me and him got this thing rolling pretty good. I don't think there's any disagreement in the pits. I mean, we know exactly what this thing needs. We're on the same page, so it shows. JGR Fab, Long's Machine Shop, Reflective Wrecker, Pat, my dad, Ricky, everybody that helps on this car.
There we go. Let's get a picture here and get off and get you back in that limited modified. Jared Maupin. Hang on 1 second. 18 feature wins on the year for Jared Maupin, just FYI. Most of them, at least if you come to the race ranch, it pays $500 to win this class minimum. So when you won 6 here, whatever it is, that's thousands of dollars. That's give me a hell yeah for that. Hey, Larry, it's going to be just a second as we work. That 91's going to run across those scales, folks. Scales are in the infield right here, so we weigh them. They got to weigh a certain weight to be legal. We're going to weigh them, then they'll go get checked and make sure their carburetor's legal and their Canuter valve works and all that stuff. But we'll weigh him real quick, and then he's going to haul butt, drop it off at the tech pad, jump in his limited modified, and he'll be right back. So keep an eye on that 91 limited modified. He learned something. Just saying. But no time to adjust. All right, Larry, tell him who's coming out.
All right, folks, our final race of the evening. This will be the Judd Allgaier Racing Limited Modified Feature Race. This looks like this. Starting on the pole. Well, we've had racing brothers all night tonight, and we've got another go around here in your feature race in the Limited Modified. Starting up front will be Brian Rye, driving the 184. Starting next to him will be Chris Rye, his brother, in the $4. Rolling off third is Marcus Maklicek in the 879. Starting fourth, Jared Maupin. You just seen him take a trophy and bring it to the pits. Well, he's aiming to bring another one. Give him a little time to change into the number 91, out of the number 91 in the stock cars and into the modifieds. Limited modifieds, number 91. Starting fifth, Bryce Reed out of Brazoria, Texas, driving the 13B. Starting sixth, Cody Leonard. We just saw him in the last race as well in the 30K. Rolling off in seventh will be Trent Beaver from China Grove. He's driving the 14. Driving eighth will be Jaden Edmond, Corpus Christi 00E. Ninth place starter Cody Beto in the 77. Starting 10th, Daniel Preston. He drives the BD2. In 11th starting position is Benjamin Maklicek driving the 13M. Starting 12th, Chase Lavin, 15. 13th is Zach Courtney. He drives the Z76. Starting in 14th is Ziggy Reeser out of Orange Grove. He drives the 5K, and bringing it up in the 15th starting spot will be Gilbert Perez III. He drives the BD1. All right, once again, same sport truck leading them around. We got the Rye brothers. We seem to have a brother and brother competition. We just done with the Harrises. Now we got the Ryes. The Rye brothers leading them around. Brian Rye in the 184. The $4 is Chris Rye. They got some hard charging cars right behind them, though. A couple of hard chargers in. Marcus Maklicek was your winner last week. Jared Maupin in the 91. You just saw him win. He'll be back in another 91. Cody Leonard, you just saw him run, I believe, third or fourth in the previous race. Driving the 12, he's now in the 30K for this one. So a lot of good drivers who's been on the track already tonight. They know their way around. They kind of know what to expect. And this is going to be a good one here right now, folks. That's why we saved it for last. This is your limited modifieds, usually the feature class here at South Texas Race Ranch for many, many years. And we're holding for the 91 right now. See if you can jump out of the 191 into another.
Hey, so check it out. Thank y'all for hanging around, folks. Thank you. Give yourself a round of applause. Hell yeah. Y'all hung around and enjoyed some racing with us. I tell you what, we got this quality of racing, whether it be the factory stocks or the limiteds, every single race time we come out here at the Race Ranch. We only got 5 events left this season, including this one. We got 4 more. So y'all come out and enjoy anytime. We always got a $1 Dos Equis. We always got 2 for 1 over there on the draft. We got a great menu. And we got a hell of a bunch of great drivers that come out here every week and race for us. So I'm going to tell them how it is right now. All right, guys, pace truck's pulling off. Pace truck's pulling off. Here we go. Lights going out. We're going to go racing right here. Thank you for coming. We appreciate each and every one of y'all coming out and racing with us tonight. Here we go, guys. Lights out. Let's have a good, clean race and be sportsmen about it. Here we go. That was me talking to him on the receiver. Here we go.
All right, here we go. We're going green. 2 Rye brothers lead them off into turn 1. Chris on the outside. Brian Rye on the inside. Chris goes way up higher and nearly loses the back end. That's going to cost him a whole lot of spots. Brother Brian is off and running, but there's somebody coming after him. That is the 91 of Jared Maupin and the 879 of Marcus Maklicek. They're running right in his tire tracks. All right, it's Jared Maupin. He's making his move now. He said, why not go for 2 wins tonight? He's closing in on Brian Ryan, the 184. Marcus Maklicek, last week's winner in the 879, is holding into third. Cody Leonard in the 30K is in a pretty good battle right now with Bryce Reed in the 13B. All right, Maupin looks to the inside as we go through 1 and 2. He is... Let's see, he's going to drive it in hard. Let's see if he can make that work here in 3 and 4. He's got the lead right now. Oh! Ooh, big time hit. Jared Maupin into the 184 of Brian Ryan coming out of turn number 4. That was a big hit. Knocked the front 2 wheels totally off the ground on Brian Ryan's car as he falls back into the pack up front. It didn't seem to bother Jared Maupin's car. He has the lead. Marcus Maklicek is running right there in second in the 879 now. Third spot is Bryce Reed. Bryce Reed in the 13B battling Cody Leonard in the 30K. They are running right now for that 4th spot up front. Jared Maupin and Marcus Maklicek. Maupin in the 91 with the lead. Cody Leonard looking now for 3rd spot. He drives in under Bryce Reed in the 13B. They have a pretty good battle. Oh, we got one spin around. That looks like the BD2 around. Over between 1 and 2. And that would be Daniel Preston. And right now he's backwards on the track in turn 2, and that's going to bring out a caution. Caution flag is out on the track. BD2 spun around over in turn number 2. Okay, 184 is coming up. Looks like he's got something he might want to say to number 91. Yeah, Brian Ryan, I guess, said what he had to say about the incident to our leader, Jared Maupin. Okay, your leader, Marcus Maklicek. All right, Jared Maupin. He was your leader. Let's see if he goes back to the front. He stopped to have everybody check and take a look at the car after the incident with the 184. And we're assuming he's going to get his spot back up at the front of the field. And that's what
91, you want your spot back?
he's working towards. All right, so 91, Jared Maupin moving back up to the front. So Maupin back in the lead in his 91. Marcus Maklicek is second. Third is Bryce Reed. Fourth is Cody Leonard.
Here we go. Single file. You can't pass till you pass the cone. Here we go.
All right, here we go. They got to get back in line. Can't pass till we get to the cone. They do so. Jared Maupin backed out quick. Marcus Maklicek right behind him. Bryce Reed in the 13B. Cody Leonard in the 30K. They have a good battle right now for 3rd place. All right, it's Marcus Maklicek in second, trying to track down Jared Maupin. 3rd spot is Cody Leonard and Bryce Reed. All right, up front, it's Maupin. Marcus Maklicek hanging close. Good battle right now is for 3rd spot. On the 13, that is Bryce Reed, the 30K. Oh, we got one up in the wall over in turn number 2. We got one in the wall, turn number 2. That's going to bring out a caution. And that looks like the 184 of Brian Rye. And you don't know if that earlier incident had something to do with that when he got made contact with Jared Maupin. But 184, couldn't tell if he had a flat tire maybe on that or not. He went into the pits like he had intentions to come out. We'll see what happens. All right, 8 laps in the book as we roll by. First, their leader is Jared Maupin. Marcus Maklicek, 879. Lights are out, so we're going to go back to racing real quick here. We're not messing around. Jared Maupin leads Marcus Maklicek around as we come to the green. Cone is in play. No passing until you get past the cone. All right, Maupin leading him around. Maklicek knows he can't pass till he gets past the cone. And we're off and we're running. All right, it's Jared Maupin up front again. Once again, it's Marcus Maklicek behind him. We still got a side-by-side for third spot. Cody Leonard in the 30K. On the outside is Bryce Reed in the 13B. All right, looks like Maupin has made a little bit of room between him and second spot. Still got a good battle. Jaden Edmond in 00E goes way up high, loses a couple of spots over in turn 2. Still the battle, best battle on the track right now is for third. Cody Leonard on the 30K, 13B, Bryce Reed. They continue to roll side by side. Lots of side by side racing tonight. It's not always for the lead, but there's a lot of great side by side racing back in the pack, and we got one going on right now for third spot. Good racing between Bryce Reed and Cody Leonard. And Reed now secures that third spot. Up front, Jared Maupin going for back-to-back wins in 2 different classes. He has the lead. Second place, Marcus Maklicek. Bryce Reed has third now as we roll through. All right, Maupin started to build the lead a little bit. Second place, still Marcus Maklicek. Third, Bryce Reed. Fourth, Cody Leonard. Chris Ryan, the $4. Trying to move up one past Jaden Edmond, back in the pack. 76, Zach Courtney, very slow between 1 and 2. Let's see if that car rolls to a stop. It has. That's going to bring out a caution. That will bring out a caution right there. Zach Courtney over in turn 2 in the Z76. And that is a caution once again. All right, we need to get Zach Courtney's number 76 car off the track. Some of the track officials not real happy they didn't continue to roll on to the pit entrance. All right, we get the 76 car secured into the infield. All right, everybody's in the right position. Caution light is out. 1 to go is given to the field. Next time by, they will be back to racing.
You intelligent son of a bitches, let's go. Let's finish this deal at the cone. Do not pass for the cone.
All right, Jared Maupin, 91, going to lead Marcus Maklicek around along with Bryce Reed and Cody Leonard. Here we come. There we go. Jared Maupin away. Marcus Maklicek always looks like he wants to pass right as we get to the cone, trying to set something up, and he is right on the tail right now of Jared Maupin. Can he stay there? Bryce Reed reclaims third spot from Cody Leonard. All right, it's Maupin, it's Maklicek, it is Bryce Reed. Marcus Maklicek seems to be able to get close, but not close enough to make a move on Jared Maupin in the 91. Jared Maupin has some definite speed in that car tonight. Marcus Maklicek, last week's winner, is right now in second, and in third is Bryce Reed. And once again, down the back stretch, Jared Maupin increases that lead a little bit. Marcus Maklicek in second, Bryce Reed in third. All right, we're getting a battle now for leads. The race is starting to shape up pretty good for second, third, and fourth now. We got a pretty good group of cars right there running for those spots. Up front, Jared Maupin, Marcus Meklinchek second, Bryce Reed in third, but he's getting tons of pressure. He's going to have one more lap to the side of this one. Jared Maupin, the 91, takes the white flag one more time around. All right. Right now, there's a battle for third spot. Everything else seems to be settled. All right, here we come. Checkered flag. It's waving. Jared Maupin, 91, takes the win. Marcus Meklinchek second, side by side for third. If I had to say, I'd say Bryce Reed in the 13B. That was a close one for third spot. All right, it's official. Third place went to Bryce Reed in the 13B. All right, folks. Remember, there's all kind of things still going on here at the track. You don't have to leave now. You can hear Riptide cranking it up down in the Turn 5 bar. We've also got Dollar Dos Equis still going on. You're more than welcome anytime to go down to the pits and meet the drivers, check out the cars, let the kids get some pictures and autographs. We're not calling it even yet, but just remember, come on back. We'll be right back here August the 13th for the annual Back to School Bash sponsored by Sames Ford. That is a big, big deal. August the 13th, bring your kids.
Back to School Bash, man. We got so much school supplies and giveaways. Back to School Bash, August 13th. I can't tell y'all enough how important it is to come out and enjoy that one. How about Jared Maupin picking up a second win tonight? I told you, he learned, he knows, he don't play. Hey, this ain't easy, guys. None of this is easy. There isn't a win that comes easy. You're going to hear some live music over the loudspeakers here. That is a Turn 5 bar. That's our Riptide. There he is, Jared Maupin. Quit checking them tires. They're all right. Hey, so earlier tonight I talked to the car owner of the factory stock 91. I'll talk to the car owner of the limited 91. Me and this guy don't always agree, but I love him. I love him like I wish we're the best of friends. I tell you what, I love this guy. So, hey, what's it like having Jared Maupin as your driver?
I couldn't ask for anything better out of a driver.
You know why? Because he's Bobby Maupin, but we all watched Bobby Maupin win 1,000 races, whether Rio Grande Valley, South Texas Speedway, wherever it was. This guy killed it. Hey, give me your son, man. Give me you're honest, where you were, your career, where he's at. Give me something.
He left me in the dust a long time ago.
There it is. I tell you what, that says a lot considering this guy's won 1,000 races. I'm telling y'all straight up. Hey, the band's already playing. I apologize for that, but hey, tell him you learned something. I could tell you learned something, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew the line was good up top over here. First of all, sorry to Chris. I never meant to drive him like that. I got a little tight. I thought he could see that tightness. It just is what it is, racing deal. But yeah, that factory stock helped learn the line a bit. Track was super racy, but I think we hit the setup right.
Hey, I tell you what, that was Brian, not Chris, in the 184. You slid up. Y'all got together. I can tell you, it didn't work best for him, but it's not like he ain't been through the same thing. We all have that. There's our good nights, our bad nights. Stuff happens. Y'all racing hard. We don't expect any of y'all to lift off and go, oh, excuse me. So we get it.
Thank you.
But who do you got to thank for running this deal?
I got huge sponsors, Grass Hulk, Outfitters, Lone Star Doors, Adams Shock, R&M Install, Rick Polero, Andy's Custard, Burn Construction, Caro Construction, AC Brew, Grays Recycling, my dad, Alvino, Pat, Ricky, everybody that helps us this thing.
Hell yeah, hell of a crew, great guys doing what it takes to win every week. How about Jared Maupin?
There ain't nothing that is wrong wanting you to stay here with me. I know you got somewhere to go. Won't you make yourself at home and stay with me? And don't you ever leave. Lay down silent and rest you in my heart. I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. Lay down, Sally, ain't no need to be so sick. Don't you think you'd want someone to talk? Don't you see the morning sky coloring your face so dreamily? Don't you go and say goodbye. You can lay your worries down and stay with me. And don't you ever leave. Lay down, Sally, and rest you in my heart. I've been trying all night long just to talk to you. Lay down, Sally, ain't no need to be so sick. Don't you think you'd want someone to talk?